All right. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we got a great show for you guys, man. I am excited to talk more video games and other content with you guys. It's been a pretty interesting week, for sure. And shout outs to Caitlin and Justin with the Kirby. Woo!
How's it going?
What's up?
I made the mistake of reading comments on the Hogwarts Legacy pre-order trailer. I was wondering, do you think GameStop at midnight will have only pre-orders? Can I get some Astral Chain music?
GameStop pre-orders for what? Oh, you mean for the Switch itself? I think they're gonna have some extra units, but I don't know if that's been confirmed. But for the Best Buy's confirmed to have actual extra units at the launch of the Switch 2. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Yeah, comments on GameStop, like comments from GameStop's video, like what were they saying? Were they up just like complaining about the game prices and stuff? Like, what are they complaining about Hogwarts Legacy? Like, what were they complaining about? Shout outs to my man Justin Kelly. You are now the Hokage stream and getting us an instant 15-minute extension right off the back. Yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let me get some Astral Chain music going for you, though. Let's play some Legion Assaults. Legion Assaults. All right. Thank you so much for the support, like always. Shout outs to everybody here. Let me go ahead and get to the let's get to the people that were here as well. Big love to Justin and Caitlin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. Dior was here first, though. Shout out to my man Dior. Nin128. What's up, Nin? General Zamora. Clabby. Steam Deck Lex. What's up, man? Welcome. Boo 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 Boo. Kevin. What's good? Anthony Smith. Cold K. Cyber Taurus. What's up, Cyber Taurus? Neo Geo Raiden. What is good? Welcome to the stream. Russell Cunningham. Chalice DJ. What is good? Nosai Landrum. Partyman Cartworld. No. What is good, guys? Craigio Gaming 96. Mustache Man. Shout outs, guys. Fallonic. Sizz Zero. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. I hope all of you guys are doing great. Glenmore Legister is also here. What's up, Glenmore? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Egomaniac. What's up, Egomaniac? Changed my name just to only Boo Boo. Didn't know how to change it before. Hey, it's all good. We learn things, new things all the time. So, shout outs to the Boo Boo, the new and improved Boo Boo. Shout outs, man. Appreciate you. For real, though. For real. Definitely appreciate your support. Pretty much coming out to the stream almost every single day, man. Which is awesome. Definitely awesome. Good stuff. All right. Let's see. What's up, Juice Man Bond? Welcome. Phoenicia. Is it Phoenicia? Phoenicia? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to see Juice Man Vaughn here as well. Big love, man. Egomaniac. What's good? Welcome. I was able to get that game controller NSO. I was not. Although, I'll be honest, I didn't really try. Like, I didn't wait for it. I didn't look for the pre-orders. I just saw it up and I tried to go to the page, but it was too busy. So I ended up I didn't get one, but I'll get one eventually. I'm not planning on playing a ton of GameCube games at launch or anything like that, or like even really like playing a lot of GameCube at launch. Like it's I mean, F-Zero GX, they'd be nice for that, you know, but yeah. Yo, shout outs to Caitlin and Justin with the $5.
They were complaining about buying same game and ignoring when people pointed out the $10 upgrade. Lol, also I beat Arkham City Awesome Game.
Nice.
And got the GameCube controller
Nice.
pre-order.
Looks like you're winning there, man. You got the GameCube. Okay, so they were complaining about that, but not understanding like the upgrade. Yeah, I guess maybe for physical owners, there is no upgrade if you own a physical copy of Hogwarts. I don't know if you own a physical copy of Hogwarts, if there's an upgrade or not. But I know if you own a digital copy, there's an upgrade. So, yeah. And ignoring... Yes, that is what a lot of these people do. They'll ignore people telling them things because they're not very smart. So, I mean, that's... Ignorance is bliss to some of these people. So, yeah, that's really what it comes down to. They ignore stuff because they're not very smart. So, yeah, it is what it is. Shout outs to Justin as well with another $5 dono, getting us to 25 on the board. And Justin hitting 25 on the Hokage support. Anybody does 25, extending that Hokage lead. 25, anybody does that more, you can beat him out. Or 1992 to beat him out. Or time up on the Stream Ninja. Yo, let's go. 22 days. Yeah, 22, 23 days left so far. So yeah. I don't recommend using the GameCube controller like a regular controller because of how the button layout is. I don't recommend that. I recommend using the regular Nintendo Switch controller or like the Joy-Cons. But it's up to you.
There is an upgrade for physical, and hi to the chat. I'm always listening to the stream, so I can almost never see it. Lol.
Shout outs. Okay, there is an upgrade for physical. Okay, that's good. That's definitely a good thing. Shout out to Justin again, letting us know. Doing my job for me. I'm supposed to know about that stuff, right? Oh man, doing my job for me. Shout outs to it. Thank you so much, Mr. Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono, getting it to 28 on the Hokage board, extending the lead. Let's go. Triple X says, I wasn't able to get one either. I keep saying limit exceeded. When it won't let me add to the cart, didn't buy anything yet. That's the my Nintendo Store special right there. So yeah, what's up, Ocho? He says, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I'm feeling pretty good before the launch, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Kelrith, what's up, Kelrith? Welcome. The Great Waz here as well. Dorky, what's good? Superpower Man. Nah, I didn't get the GameCube controller. I'll get it at some point though. Like I know I'll get it. I'll pick it up at some point. I just didn't get it now. Let's see here. Got one at 3:20 Central Time. Did you get the GameCube controller? No, I didn't get the GameCube controller, guys. I'm just wanna. Everyone keeps on asking me. I didn't get it, guys. I did not get the GameCube controller for like the 4th or 5th time now. Right? I did not. But I didn't even really try to get it. So yeah. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, David B? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. I got 2 game controllers here in Europe. Seems way easier to get everything here. There's business demand. Well, there's way more people in the U.S. in terms of the demand of people buying stuff. U.S. is just it's the biggest market, so yeah, it's a bit tougher. Sometimes in Europe it can be easier. It can not be. It just depends, right? Stock allocation, what people are excited about. GameCube is definitely more popular here in the U.S. than it ever was in Europe. I mean, it wasn't that popular worldwide overall, but Europe was by far like the smallest region for GameCube. So GameCube was definitely far more popular here in the U.S. and in Japan to a degree, but not really. Just kind of in the U.S. So, yeah. We'll talk about the Borderlands devs in a little bit. Don't worry, man. It's coming, Brian. Let's see here. David, shout out to David. Welcome. I knew you probably got asked. That's why I should have reminded the answer. No, it's all good. It's all good. I did not get the GameCube controller, guys. I did not get it. What's up, 777 OG, double OG? What's up, cool guy? Special edition colors. Yes, the special edition colors, they're coming. They're coming. I think they're going to come at some point, you know. Hey, what up? Don't worry, guys. We will get to all the topics. Like I said, sit back, relax. Don't worry. Trust me. We will get to the topics. There's no need to ask me about the topics. We'll get to all of them. So just chill, relax. Like I say, we'll get to everything. All right, let me just make sure I say what up to everybody here so everybody feels welcome at first. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Shout out to Anthony Smith. Welcome. Cold K. Welcome. Crazy how people can hate on Nintendo. Hate on people liking Nintendo. Why are they so mad? Here's what I've realized, and I think I'm gonna make a video on this. You're not allowed to actually you're not allowed to actually like Nintendo. You're not allowed to have logical conversation or discussion about it. If you're not completely angry in one way, people will get upset with you. That's what I realized. Like, a lot of people will. Not everybody, but a lot of people will. And I have definitive proof of this. I have people flipping out on me. I have content creators flipping out on me. I have all sorts of stuff. So I have definitive proof of all of this happening. It's not just like small-time nobodies. It's also content creators. I have people acting all crazy towards me or being really pushy or angry for no reason, even if I say something very logical. So it's, if somebody's mad about something, they don't want you to have a different opinion. Like, that's essentially what it comes down to. Shout outs to Justin as well with another $4 dono.
I have been playing Romancing Saga 2 on Switch. Ooh. It looks pretty good. It's good. And it has a lot of twist fun game. It's
a very good game. It's a very good game. Shout outs to Square Enix. They sponsored me for that one. So yeah, it's a very good game. I like it quite a bit. Big love though. Big love to my man Justin with another $4 dono. Here in the stream right now. Let's go, man. Shout outs. Getting us to 32 on the board. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love to Justin. Now people get mad Nintendo doesn't allow bricking their console to pirate games. I know. That one's fake though. That one's fake outrage. That one's not real. That's just hackers and people who stole all their games on Switch 1 getting angry and trying to revolutionize people or out like that. But that one's fake. That most people, 99% of people buying the Switch 2 don't care. They just call you Nintendo Shill Pay fanboy, even though you criticize them. I'm just a normal person. I'm not. Listen, I've been paid by all of these companies. I've been paid by Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. Technically speaking, if you get a game ad, right? So I've gotten stuff from all of them. Capcom, whatever. I say what I feel like. They know that it's not a big deal. These companies don't make you do anything. If they ask for like an ad or if they give you a game, that's all it is. They don't expect anything else outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So I've already offered to bring anybody on that wants to debate or discuss what that even means. Most people, like I said, are just, like I said, if you don't sit there and get angry, they'll call you names. I mean, John's been called a paid shill for Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. Everybody's been called that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever you cover, you've been called that. So it doesn't really matter much. Once again, it's also a fallacy. I mean, it's just a fallacy anyway. Just, that's not an actual argument. Oh, you're just a paid shill. Oh, you're just a fanboy. That's not an actual argument. So yeah. GameCube is the only Nintendo console I never owned or played, so I'm excited for it. Man, GameCube's great. You missed out. You definitely missed out. Had so many great memories with me. I don't care what wanker I'm not done a lot for the most part. Even EOJ, awesome. I get GameCube Switch 2 controller pre-order in. I'm stoked. Nice. Let's go, 7 deal. I've taken a 4-day break. It's about time for me to get back to it. Hey, let's go, cool guy. Take a break. Get back. Only that the people that tried to start a fake rage about Nintendo bricking the system for illegal games, the same people that used the MiG and R4. I think there's definitely some crossover there, Bryant, for sure. 100%.
I'm just ready to get the system so we can just talk about the games and get past all this nonsense.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Justin with another $5.43. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And then Cyber Taurus comes in with the big $20. Urobudos blast. Hey, let's go.
23 days remaining until the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes, sir.
The hype level in my house is real.
Yeah.
But not as much as my hype for the 3 days off work I'm taking to play it.
Yes, sir. Seriously. Yo, shout out to my man, Cyber Taurus, becoming the Stream Ninja. My man Justin's still out there with the Hokage, though. And yeah, dude, like, I think at the end of the day, like I said, most people just want to play games. Like, it's just a lot of people online. But like I said, it's gotten incredibly toxic. Like, it's gotten so toxic to the point to where, like I said, you can't even have, well, you can have normal discussion. You just have to swerve different weird people out there, you know? But yeah, man, I feel you on that one. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate that. Let's go. Overclock. We're pretty much almost at the hour extension already, so let's go. Another one. Here we go.
Overclock Buster!
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. Shout outs to Caitlin and Justin. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus as well. And Deported says, talk about the game. I'm not here to conversate. That's a DSP reference too. Talk about the game. You talk about the game, or that's it. By the way, Cyber Taurus, I had to delete a comment real quick before we get into the Borderlands stuff. I'm going to play what the Borderlands Randy Pitchford said about. He said it's a very powerful system and he's looking forward to it, but I'm going to play the creator thing. Somebody left a message for Cyber Taurus yesterday, which was, I deleted it before you could see it, Cyber Taurus, but it was hilarious. They got so salty at your eagle eye joke. I had to delete it, man. I had to delete it beforehand, bro. It was actually really funny. But yeah, I guess it was the person that you made a joke about when it comes to the whole eagle eye thing. Yo, shout outs to Clabby with the 3 as well. What's up, man?
Get the pre-order email from Nintendo. However, I sold my Steam Deck today and the guy that bought it has an extra SW2 pre-order he's gonna sell me for MSRP.
Okay.
Let's go.
Wait, did you just say that you sold your Steam Deck? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? Ah, you soldier! Ah! Ah! You soldier, what? Ah! 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 You soldier! Ah, Steam Deck! Ah! No! Ah! Ah! No! You can't! Ah! This is the goal! Ah! Ah!
Is Borderlands coming out the same time on Switch 2?
Ah!
Also, they sounded pretty happy with the Switch 2.
Ah!
J3 Deck.
Justin!
Lol.
You soldier! Justin, no! I'm joking. You sold your Steam Deck? No, I'm joking. Oh my gosh. You sold your... Alright, let's get to... Let me get to the donut. Let me get to I can't even pause the music, man. I'm tripping because my hand's twitching from going Super Saiyan. Yeah, I can't believe that. Oh no, OJ went Super Saiyan already.
Oh, OJ went Super Saiyan.
Oh.
And it's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000. The show level's over 9,000. How could you sell your Steam Deck? Bro, no, I'm joking. Shout outs to 7 Years. Maybe we have some Mystic Quest. Yes, Mystic Quest music. We're gonna play the Borderlands creator vision thing, and then we're going to get you guys' music requests. Shout outs to Justin as well with the $3 again. Says this Borderlands coming out. I don't think it's coming out the same time. It's coming out a little bit later. There's no release date because it comes out I think September for Xbox and PlayStation. So I guess it's coming out a little bit later than that because there's not many months left in the year. So that would be my guess for Borderlands. So yeah, OJ had that joke. I swear, I did not have that joke ready. I promise you, I just thought about it. He said that he sold his Steam Deck, and I just randomly thought of, like, I swear to you, I randomly thought of that. Like, I randomly think of a lot of things, and that's something. Other people have told me that they sold their Steam Deck before, you know, on stream, like, and I haven't done that. It was just a random thought today to do that. Honestly, like, I kid you not. Like, it was a random thought. You can't sell your Steam Deck. You better not. Otherwise, the Steam police are gonna get you. All right, let's see here. Borderlands for creator vision thing. So this is where Randy Pitchford kind of gets probably a little bit too maybe a little too enthusiastic, but it's still good though.
Lol. I have committed a war crime.
Yeah, you committed a war crime.
Holy shit. What the fuck? What's happening? Everybody is selling their Steam Deck. We're doomed. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Bro, everybody's selling it. No. Like, I do not endorse anybody selling their Steam Decks.
Shill level over 9,000.
Shill level over. I do not endorse it because it is the wrong thing to do. It means that you are wrong. You are a shill. You are a paid fanboy. You are a crazy person. How dare you? I do not endorse that. Anybody that does that is an idiot and is a moron. And yes, I do control your finances. I control your game time, and I control what you need to like and dislike. I also control what you should buy or sell. So I'm telling you right now that if you do that, you're in trouble, mister. You're in or miss, missus. You're in trouble. You're in trouble if you do that. So stop telling me that you're selling your systems, guys, because I do control your finances and I control what you do. So stop selling your Steam Decks now, or suffer the wrath, okay? Suffer the wrath of me, online pocket watchman. You know what I'm saying? Suffer the wrath. All right, let's go. I didn't see all the video about Blunty, what he said about that, but yeah, I'm gonna check out the rest of that video tonight.
It really goes back to the fact that I was fortunate enough to have a nerd as a dad. I mean, it got me through some things as a 5-year-old trying to figure out how the world worked. I could just, you know what, this is gonna stimulate and engage me.
What's up, Mr. Pereira?
And of course, it's all because of my dad. Why I learned how to become a programmer and eventually a designer.
Like about
$400 all of that
for the Steam Deck I sold it for.
So gaming really started for me as a connective experience, you know, connecting with others. It goes back to my family, right?
Mine's not
It
filled
was
up,
one
Kevin.
Christmas that my younger brother and I got the NES, and my mom and dad walking in at different times. We shared all of that together.
I've spent my entire life playing and making video games, and it's easy to say that I don't think that would be true if it wasn't for Nintendo. It is so exciting.
I got you,
to be
casual
able
noob.
to develop a game for the
Thank you for the
platform.
dollar dono.
To have Nintendo Switch 2 in hand while we're making Borderlands 4 for Nintendo Switch 2 is really exciting. Usually, we'll have to port a game to a platform, but in this case, we're making Borderlands 4 for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I think that
So I want to talk about that real quick. So he says that they are making it for the Nintendo Switch 2. He said usually you have to port. They are making it. So it's like, it's not a port of a version already done. Like, it's being done
Valuable items.
in conjunction with the other system. So they're not porting it. It's being built in unison. But obviously it's going to take a little bit longer because it's not having the same release date. So that's a very interesting thing. Also, shout outs to D Ziller with the gifted membership. Thank you so much, D Ziller, with the gifted membership. Casual Noob with the dollars says, I hate to say it, but when we get the console, the haters will be so hurt by our enjoyment, they will increase their attacks, but let them, because the red, yellow, blue, green will protect me. There you go.
play Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2, you'll realize that with the cooperative experience and how we can use the Nintendo Switch 2 platform to connect with friends, share our game with friends, it's pretty astonishing how perfect this platform is for Borderlands 4.
So what he's talking about right there, to give some back, he's talking about the game share feature. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the feature where Borderlands is going to support, where you just need one copy of the game, right? Because it supports, I'm pretty sure it supports local multiplayer as well. So yeah, Borderlands games usually support local multiplayer. So you're going to be able to take the one copy that you have and you can share it with your friend, with the game share system, and then play co-op. So that person doesn't even have to have the game. So that's pretty cool, obviously, right? Let me answer one question too. Says, do you guys think this gameplay running on Switch 2? Because I think it'll be 60 frames per second. Switch is dope. Yeah, if they show it on Nintendo's channel, it's usually running off of the actual Nintendo Switch 2, or at least what they're targeting for Switch 2. So yeah.
Most exciting thing to me about the Nintendo Switch 2 is to see where we're going to go with this.
Well, we don't know if it's on a
world.
GameCube card or
Gaming
digital
is a
only or
shared
anything. That's too
social
early right now.
experience. It's why we as developers continue to make games that have adventure, but adventure with friends as well. Nintendo Switch 2 makes that accessible to us as developers, to players, to our friend groups, wherever they are in this weird, wild world, we can explore the Borderlands together.
The Nintendo Switch 2 has been a joy to work with. It's very powerful. It's an incredible machine in a very tight form factor. And we love being on the bleeding edge with our graphics and the experience that we're creating. And the Nintendo Switch 2 makes all that possible. We don't feel like we're fighting the system. We feel like the system's enabling us and empowering
Okay, real quick on what he's talking about here, because he's talking about
us to make the best version of Borderlands 4 we can. As a game developer, it's awesome.
It's very powerful and all. Randy, this guy is crazy. Let me just tell you that right now. Like, this guy's like, he's like part like Mark Cuban, part mad scientist, part completely normal person. He's actually like, look at that smile. He's actually kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that what he's saying in terms of the Switch power is a problem, like he's wrong or anything, but just know that this guy's actually kind of crazy. Like, he's legitimately, he's done, like, there's all sorts of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Now, you talk to the Square Enix developer, obviously much more even keel, nowhere near as crazy, and he said similar things. Now, we have the motherboard leak, we have developers making it, obviously CD Projekt Red. We know kind of what we're looking at when it comes to this system. So it's not like he's 100% wrong, but just know that Gary, you know, Randy Pitchford is a little bit psycho. So just keep that in mind.
We are taking some leaps with Borderlands 4. It is familiar if you've ever played a Borderlands game before, but it's the first time we're in a seamless world, a massive world, and you can go anywhere. If you can see it on the screen in the distance miles away, you can go there. And it's Borderlands, so we could be a little crazy. You can double jump in a first-person shooter. You can dash to the side. You can use a grappling hook to launch yourself far away. It's really
Epic
fun
exclusive?
to maneuver in ways that we've never been able
Why would
to
it be an
maneuver
Epic
before
exclusive?
in Borderlands.
It's 2K.
And we're bringing it to you in Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2.
So we love to take our time developing Borderlands games.
Thank you for the
but
two.
it's important to us that when we set out to do a next chapter in a Borderlands saga, that we're excited and we're in.
Cybertorch with the 10.
Crazy like, going to show up on the show Criminal Minds Crazy, or just your average game dev level of crazy?
Yeah,
I need answers, lol.
He's just kind of crazy. I mean, most of the important information's already done there, so I can answer some questions and talk about some stuff with people. Randy Pitcher with the dogs. I'm not crazy. You're the crazy one. Nintendo hasn't shut down their servers for any of their downloadable games. So, Luis, the reason why you're saying that, what happened, is because you're watching people who fearmonger you with shutting down of servers. So, if you go all the way back to the original Wii, like the original Wii shop, that doesn't even have an account system, you can still re-download all of your games from the Wii 20 years ago. So if you bought a game on the WiiWare service or whatever, you can still, they shut that down a long time ago. You can still re-download all those. The Wii U, the 3DS, you can still re-download all of those. Those got shut down, and you'll probably still be able to re-download them for the foreseeable future. So I don't care if you guys don't want to, you know, you can support or not support whatever you want, but this whole what happens when they shut down the servers thing is silly. Xbox 360 to shut down that store, you can still re-download all your games. So the chances of them shutting it down anytime in our relevant lifetime while you want to play the game is probably little to none, considering they probably, if they were going to do it, they probably would have already done it with the Wii. You can still re-download all of that. So you're letting YouTubers, once again, don't get me wrong, preservation is great and all that, but you're letting YouTubers fearmonger you into thinking that everything shuts down. And you're also letting them give you bad information, say that they shut down stuff. They shut down the store, so therefore you can't re-download anything. That's not true. That's not true at all. If you bought a game on the Wii U, for example, that store was shut down, you can still re-download your game. Same thing goes for the 3DS. Same thing goes for the DS. Same thing goes for all of their old systems. That's just, but yeah.
Valid
Online,
items.
Twitter, right? Twitter, YouTube, they'll tell you otherwise. Shout outs to my man Ares EMS. All you got to do is just look up Borderlands 4 Creator Vision. It's on the official Nintendo channel, Bryant. So that's all you got to do. It's really easy to find. Just look up Borderlands 4 Creator's Voice, and it's right there. Ares EMS with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Ares EMS. I appreciate that. But I guess I can do it for you right now, man. So I can just put it in right. Oh, never mind. Well, I thought I was gonna do it. It's not working right now for me. I'm sorry. Big love to Ares EMS with the 10 gifted memberships.
Inspired by it. So
Thank you
taking
so much,
more
man.
time with Borderlands means that we can make more enemies, that we can tune our
go.
humor and our tone and our story. We can invent more weird guns, right? So the extra time, we literally started Borderlands 4 right on the heels of Borderlands 3 shipping back in 2019. So 6 years. And we've
6
spent
years.
every one of those years with our team working on filling up Borderlands with great adventure.
So there you go. That was it. So he said it's really powerful, and that like they're not fighting against the system. Like it's there. Shout outs to my man Nate E with the 5 says, you think my 2 GameCube style controllers for Switch will work accordingly with the NSO GameCube app? Your 2 GameCube for the Switch? It should. If you plug in, like if you have it should, but I can't guarantee that it will. Though I can't 100% guarantee that it will, but it should though. Like it should, but we'll see. Bro, look at this. What's up, man? Big love though. Thank you guys for the support, man. You guys have been incredible. I don't know when we went, and like I'm just gonna add the 20 from Aries EMS. So appreciate that, Aries EMS. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the 10 gifted, so 20 points on the board. So we already out here. We combo breaking and going further than beyond. So if you guys have questions on Borderlands 4 or game key card stuff, let me know. We'll talk more about it. We can discuss this. I'm gonna have a video as well breaking down some other RPG news, like some big stuff. So look out for that video tomorrow morning, probably around 4:30 a.m. PT, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I'll have a big video going over more stuff as well that I kind of picked apart in the video and other things, other RPG stuff. But if you guys have questions on this, let me know. Let me go over some of the comments as well. I wonder if the game key card backlash got third parties questioning their day and date commitment. No, it didn't get them questioning their day and date commitment. No, because they're gonna make money on the system, because there's a million people who don't care and that will just buy the game digital. So no, it didn't have them questioning that. Sounds like a dude from Prime Stream, super fearful of everything. Very no, like I get it though. Like I get the situation. Like I don't like game key cards in terms of like the preservation stuff and all that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like I've been some type of game preservationist. I haven't. I barely have any videos, and I'm not gonna start doing that now because other people are talking about it. I've never been. So I'll just want to keep that in mind. Like I've never been a game preservation person. Like to me, if a company's stupid enough to not lock down their own game, then it deserves to be lost to time. That's their thing. That's not my thing. That's their thing. So they need to get that done, you know? So I don't really care.
Times are tough. Here's half a lucky 7. I'll get the rest later.
Yo, let's go.
Lol, so how long until we maybe start getting day and date games?
Well, there are some day and date games, right? 007's probably going to be day and date game. Obviously there's going to be a couple other titles. I mean, Split Fiction probably would have been day and date, but the Switch just wasn't out when Split Fiction came out, so it's a launch game, right? So I think it's probably going to be like next year, maybe next year or so, but the Switch is launching later, so a lot of developers got their dev kits later than when their games, so it's not going to be day and date. So it's probably going to be next year or the year after, then we'll probably start seeing day and date, but not the launch year. It's kind of tough when it comes down to that. Shout outs though. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't hate anybody that does game preserve, like people that are into that. If you're into that, I'm into it too. Like I'm just not gonna lie to you guys and act like I'm some type of big game preservation person when I've made literally no videos on game preservation. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am when I haven't ever done it. So just keep that in mind. Like that's all. Like I'm not fake. There's a lot of YouTubers that actually don't give a damn about game preservation, but they'll say it because they think that their audience, and it sounds like the right, like morally thing correct to do or to say. And yeah, I've just never been about that. So don't get me wrong, like it's fine, but once again, like companies gotta lock down their stuff, man. Like why would you want to lose access to your own game? Like you can't sell the game. If you lose the code, you can't sell the game. Then that's a problem. Whoever owns it. Most people own the IPs that are out there, so you got to do your best to make sure that you lock it down and preserve it yourself so you can sell it for the company. Like that's the smart thing to do for your own business. Why would you not have backups? Why would you not have your code locked down? That's on them, you know? Yes, I did see that. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow morning because like I said, I have a little bit more to add to it. So yeah, I did see that. He said it could be interesting, but like I said, that's more of a video, maybe not a live stream topic, more of a video topic, because he just said it could be interesting, but I want to go more in depth in a video, not a live stream. But yeah, I saw it. I see everything. I'm on Twitter. So I don't see the big deal with game key cards. You can sell them back when you're done and it's not tied to your console. People just don't like it because you have to download it. They want it to be a plug-and-play experience, and also the situation where downloading them, like, if you lose, like, you know, like the source code or whatever, right? Like the servers go, like stuff like that. That's the reason why people don't like it, which is a valid concern. Like it's a valid concern, but it's not like a, it's not like a, like the fear when people say, oh, they're gonna shut down the servers, as if they've already shut down servers for their current systems where you can't re-download something, which is just not true. So people are misinformed on the shutting down the servers thing. Like there's no company at this point between the big three that have shut down the servers for any system and you can't re-download what you've already purchased. Like that just hasn't happened, even like dating back to the Wii. Unfortunately, people don't know that because the people that are, you know, that are angry about it, they don't tell you because it goes against their point. So they don't tell you all the information. If you point that out, once again, you're a shill, you're a fanboy, you're this, you're that, even though it's factual, you know, so people just don't say it. But I have not heard a lot of content creators actually say that to their audience, you know, when it comes down to it. The thing is, the biggest complainers of the game preservation uses Steam and Game Pass and all digital themselves. These dudes are dumb. There are people that are like that that also use Game Pass and Steam and do digital stuff all the time. So yeah. Contra with the $5 to sub, bro. Would you mind showing the chat some video of Gauntlet Dark Legacy co-op? This game is we need ported on NSO. Have an awesome night. Yeah, sure. Maybe later.
Cushion. Lol, can I get some Kirby Dream Buffet music? It's one of my favorite small Switch games.
All right, yeah, sure. Let's get that Kirby Dream Buffet music. Yeah, and we can watch some of that in a little bit, Contra. Kirby Dream Buffet music. Thank you so much. Shout outs to my man Justin out here with the huge support. Aries, let's get you up on the board too for the Stream Ninja or the Ninja Top Gift Ninja. Let's go. Aries EMS, thank you for the big 10. Also, real quick, Shill, if you guys want to become members, we're going to be playing Mario Kart World a lot. So if you want to become a member, you get in on that action in terms of Mario Kart World and other games that we're going to be playing on Switch 2. So yeah, if you want to become a member, it's only $1, exclamation mark member, all lowercase. And get yourself exclusive emotes and badges as well. And that is my shill for today. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate all the Elite Ninjas here too. I appreciate you guys. It's not about preserving for me. I just want to feel like I own the game. Just don't feel like I own with the GameCube. Oh, you definitely own it because you're not tied. It's not tied to your account. It's tied to that cartridge. So you definitely own it. I mean, you can sell it if you don't want it. You can sell it. You can trade it with someone else. You can do whatever with the game. So it's just essentially like a digital. It's a way of having like a game. Obviously, it's not a real physical game since the data is not on there. But the license isn't tied to your account. With digital, the license is tied to your account. With the game key card, it's not tied to an account. You don't have to have an account to even do it. It just downloads it. It'll just hit the server, boom, and it'll just download it. So, and if you already have the game downloaded on your Switch or whatever the case is on your Switch 2, then it's gonna stay on there, just like a digital game would stay on there if you bought that as well. So yeah, but I feel you though, man. Like I get it with the whole situation. You know, like I feel the same way. I feel the same way in some sense. I'm just not gonna not play a game because it's on a game key card. Like I bought digital. I buy tons of digital games. I buy physical. I buy digital. I buy both. I want both. But I'm not gonna not play it if it's like, oh my god, I'm not gonna play the game because it's a game key card. Like, nah. Especially because it's like, oh well, I don't own the game like you do. You know what you own it just as much as you own, I guess, a digital game. Now, I just don't want an all digital future where there's no semblance of physical games at all. I don't want that. I want the option for physical and digital, you know?
A game key card to me is real because if you lose it, you can't play it. Lol.
That's true. Also, you'd be wishing it was digital then. Nintendo, I lost my game key card. Can you please make it a real digital game? Nope, you lost it. You want it physical. You got it. Let's see here. Borderlands 4 dev chokeslam digital fraudery with the Switch 2 power. Yo, what's up, Baird? People are sounding like that though. People are sounding like what? And there's no reason to doubt Steam of now. People don't doubt Steam because it's Steam. It's the company. That's the reason why people don't doubt Steam, because like they've been around since 1996, and I guess you can re-download everything that you've had on there since then. So yeah. But it's all good. Sony movies and games are two different things. They'd have to deal with licenses and such. Yeah. Adam Carson, what's up, Adam Carson? Welcome. It's definitely always a concern. People don't realize that re-downloading is still available because the massive drama that goes on when shop shuts down overshadows it. Yeah. That's the problem, VV Lover, is that people don't realize that you can still re-download all your stuff like 20 plus years ago from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So you can still re-download everything, even your Wii. Like, you connect your Wii to the internet, boom, go on there. You can you can go re-download all your stuff. Just not, but the Wii, back in the Wii days though, you know, with the Wii, there was no account system, so it's tied to your console. So if you lose your console, then yeah, you're screwed on that one. But if you still have the same console that you have, then you'll be able to re-download it, you know? Let's see here. If you're worried about game preservation, I have a system for you. It's called the Xbox 360 Dumb Magic. No, game preservation it's important for sure. I'm just not gonna act like I've been the one who's been trying to bang on that drum. I haven't. That's all I meant. Not that it's not important or anything. So, compared with the non-key game key card though, that means your saves don't go with you. Don't switch one game save file on the data card. No, no. No, Luis. Have you not looked at the data? Did you not? No, it does not save. It's not save on your game card. I'm sorry. No, it does not save on the card. This is not the Super Nintendo or the NES. And it hasn't been like that for a while. I'll just point that out. Data has not been saved to the actual game since I think the N64. I know N64 they had memory cards. N64 you had memory cards. I think maybe some had data on the card. Yeah, some could do data on the card, but N64 you had memory cards. GameCube you had memory cards. Wii you had memory card. You had data, like an SD card and data. Wii U, same thing. So I mean, it hasn't been like that in a while. So yeah, 3DS, maybe 3DS. Some of them was on the cart, but I think 3DS also. Yeah, there's also so it hasn't been like that. So, but anyway, in terms of the modern era, it hasn't been like that for any anything that's been considered a home console. It hasn't been like that in a while. Yeah, Luis, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah. Some people thought that it saves on the cartridges with the Switch, but it doesn't. And the reason why they opted to not do it, because save data on a cartridge, it's a battery, and eventually that battery will burn out at some point, right? Like that like the Pokemon games, for example, that are all the originals. A lot of those, the save data is burnt out on those, right? So unless you copy it or duplicate it or do something, that data is going to be gone. So that's the reason why they don't do that, is because it puts a limit on it. If you put it on a memory card, that will much better preserve the data and also free up things on the cartridge itself overall. So yeah, that's the reason why. It saves it on your system memory, or it saves it on a SD card for the Switch One. So yeah. Yeah, you could replace the battery if you feel like opening up the cartridge and all that. That's true, you can do that. I just wanted to thank you for recommending buying Hogwarts Legacy on Switch. It's a money saver as an upgrade, only be $10. Did I recommend it? I just said it's available. I don't know if I recommended it, but yeah, I think that's what you meant, right? Pop Rocks, just the fact that I brought it up. So yeah. Invest in SD and SSD, back up your library of digital games. That's true, you can do that as well. What's up, Rajiv? Welcome, man. How you doing today? Elden Ring will sure sell out quick if they make a full physical game card. They're kooky. I think you meant cocky. Or they think that gamers will eat up everything they throw because it's been confirmed good. I don't know about all that. It's probably because Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is going to be probably bigger than 64 gigabytes. Well, they don't want to pay for the cartridge space. So I mean, it's probably going to be a bigger game because it's going to come with Shadow of the Erdtree. So chances are the game's gonna actually exceed 64 gigabytes. Chances are, but we'll see. We have to wait and see. I don't think we know the file size right now. What's up, Johnny? Thank you for the $3 dono, man. I appreciate that. Because Elden Ring on the PS4 is Elden Ring is 44 gigabytes in file size, and that's before the patches and all that. So about 50 gigabytes or so. So with the Shadow of the Erdtree content on there as well, plus all the updates that's happened, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Sorry. That is 16 gigabytes. So yeah, I don't know. It might be able to, or it might not. I'm not sure. We'll see though. See, what is Cyberpunk file size DLC on PS5? I'm not sure, Leafstorm. I'm not gonna be looking up everything, but it's less than 64 gigabytes on the Switch in terms of what they were able to get it. The biggest troll on Nintendo would be like 2 discs on FF7 Remake on PlayStation, but 2 cartridges for one game. I don't know what all that means. Yeah, I saw IGN's list. I thought it was okay. There's some things I disagree with, but overall, it was okay list for RPGs, yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure what it is in terms of... I know it's like 170 gigs on PC, but PC, you got the 4K textures and all that. So, yeah. Watch Digital Foundry be like, this can't be Switch 2 footage of Borderlands. It runs at 60 FPS. Oh, man. Y'all be giving Digital Foundry, heck. Oh, man. Y'all be giving Digital Foundry hell. I'm telling you, man. Is there a free upgrade? No, there's not a free upgrade. And no, you don't have to rebuy the game again. It's not a free upgrade. It's just a $10 upgrade. So Eye of Thundera doesn't know the information that's came out. It's $10 if you want to upgrade the game. The game is on sale right now for $17. Or if you already have the game, you can just upgrade it for $10. So that's the information that's there. In terms of Hogwarts Legacy. You ever play the Japanese version of Streets of Rage 3? No. Unfortunately, no. It's better? Alright. Sounds good. I've never watched a Digital Foundry video. Digital Foundry's a good channel. People dunk on them a lot over the Switch 2 stuff, but they actually do good work, you know? I think they actually do pretty good work overall. Let's see, the Digital Foundry folks do not pass my vibe check. Why y'all hating on them so much? Okay, they got some stuff wrong with Switch 2. Okay. But I don't think that, to be honest, man, I think they actually like the system. Well, not everybody on there, but I think the main old dude and the other guy, the penguin guy, they like the system. So yeah, they just been wrong on a few things, that's all. Hey, what's up, T-Dude? Welcome. Probably get the upgrade pack down the line for Hogwarts. Yeah. Do you have the game already, Sis? If you have the game already, then, I mean, yeah, it's a $10 upgrade, so you just upgrade it from there. But if you don't have the game, right now it's on sale for 17 bucks on the eShop, so it's up to you if you want to go that route, you know? So yeah. See, how do you pixel count before hands-on? You trapped on whatever video quality you receive. Yeah, that was the problem that they were doing. They were just trying to go off of what they had, which, you know, once again, isn't the best route to take. According to Jeff Keighley, Logic, Elden Ring should be eligible for Game of the Year since it's getting released on the Switch 2. I think he said that any new piece of content, nothing from the Switch 2. It's not a new game. I mean, there's some new content in there, but there's not an actual new piece of like release or content. So it's a new version, but it's not. But I see what you're saying. It was probably more of a joke. So yeah. What's up, OJ? Most of the misinformation going around for the Switch 2 has me seriously questioning if people have common sense anymore. People do not have common sense, no. Well, gamers, once again, A lot of gamers don't like to, like, they don't feel like listening, you know. A lot online. People offline, they're like whatever. Once they see something they want, they'll buy, they'll enjoy, whatever. But a lot of the people online that are spreading misinformation, there are some people that are doing it for views and for clicks, which is absolute. I mean, listen, we've seen it even in more serious circumstances. Like, we see people do terrible things for clicks. Like, just what's the guy that he's like 2 million subs, the cartoon guy? Did you guys see what happened to him with this chick? She just throws around baseless accusations for clout, and that's so much more serious, right? And we've seen that happen before. So don't put it past your favorite YouTubers to throw around things, and they know that it might be incorrect. Don't put it past them that they threw that around for clicks and views, you know? But we've seen people do way worse. Like, you know, video games in terms of that's not like, it's not as serious. But we have people that are throwing around baseless accusations and throwing around whatever, because that's YouTube. That's just part of the game in terms of YouTube, you know? So yeah. Black Rinzit says, the wait is killing me, bro. You gotta get Expedition 33. You gotta find some game that you really like, and then let that play that till it comes out, because we only got about 3 weeks left. So, player essence for streamer of the year, that'll never happen. Let's see here. I saw someone say that they sold their PS5 to get a Switch 2. Personally, I think this is dumb. Just wait to get both. What are your thoughts on this? Well, why would it be dumb? You don't know the person's money situation. So before you say something's dumb, you should at least know their situation with money. If they don't have a lot of money, then selling their PS5 to get a Switch 2 makes sense. Or if they don't care about playing the PS5 anymore, then yeah, it makes sense. Like, honestly, if I was not in a good of a spot, I would absolutely sell my Xbox Series or my PlayStation to get a Switch 2 if I felt like it. But, like, we don't know their money situation, Green Ninja, so we can't say that it's dumb, you know, before we know what's going on. And even if we did know their money situation, it's their system. It's their life. It's their system. It's their tech. They can make whatever decision they want to make with it, you know? So I'm not sure we should be worried about what people sell to buy. If somebody wants to, even when the Switch 2 comes out, and like in the next couple of years, if they want to sell their Switch 2 to buy a PS6, that's fine too. Or if they want to sell, like, we shouldn't be worried about other people selling their own stuff that they bought with their own money for other things. Like, I don't know why we should be worried about that. That's not a big deal, you know? Sorry about the background noise. I got cars zipping by. So I don't know, man. That's just me though. That's just me. I think it's dumb because PS5 has more games than Switch 2, not to mention graphics, if you want to bring that up. That's your own opinion. Why? Those are your reasonings. He might not think that the PS5 has more games that he wants to play. He might not care about graphics. What if he cares about portability and being able to play the games anywhere that he wants over the graphics? What if he cares more about that? Because there are people who play the Game Boy over the Game Boy sold more than a lot of other systems that have more power, and people just played Game Boy. What about the Nintendo Switch? That people play that system, and that sold way more than Xbox and PlayStation has anytime recently. So I think personally, I think it's dumb. Those are your own reasons. I think it's dumb to sit there and say, well, because of this and that, it's dumb. Those are your reasons. Somebody else might have a different reason. So I think it's weird. I think it's weird we don't know his situation, you know? So yeah.
PS5 is also 5 years old, of course. It has more games.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
It does have more games because it is 5 years old, but we don't know what he likes to play. I mean, if he doesn't play his PS5, if it's a paperweight for him, what's the point of him keeping it? If he knows he's gonna play Mario and Zelda and Nintendo games, and maybe he doesn't have as much time to play games. It's one thing to have a bunch of games, but you might not have as much time. Steam has a bazillion games. If that's the case, Steam has more games than everybody, because Steam has games dating all the way back. So then nobody should have consoles, because why play? The graphics are better on PC. Why should anybody play consoles? Because why? Just get that. PC's the best, right? Save up, get a PC, and don't buy anything else, because that has the best graphics. if you spend the most money, and that has the most games. You see what I'm saying? So every system has their own things, positives and negatives, but people don't necessarily have the time to play all those games, or they might not care about those games that are on that system, you know? So yeah. Yep, some YouTubers, especially crazy PC dudes, do it for both clicks, and some they don't like Switch 2. It's a win-win for them, kind of. Yeah. But I have a PS5 that mostly sits around. I keep it because it has a game. Like, I have an Xbox Series, and I never play it, you know? But that's because I play my PS5 instead when there's something that comes out for that. But there's been times where I don't play my PS5 for months. There's been times where I don't play my Switch. It just depends on what games I'm looking forward to playing, you know? But like I said, for other people, we shouldn't worry about what's dumb or not for other people. If they sold their PS5 to get a Switch, then that's on them. It's okay. Like, if they made a mistake, then they'll probably say, oh, I made a mistake. Maybe I'll sell my Switch back to get a PS5. So, my Switch 2. So to me, it's fine. It's not a dumb decision to sell something to get something else. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. Especially if you don't have as much money, you know? Let's see here. That legitimately is what these... Okay, yeah, I read that. Shout outs, though. Do you think the Switch 2 will eventually outsell Switch? No. I think it's going to be hard because Switch might become the best-selling system of all time. So I can't predict that it's going to outsell the Switch. That's too much, you know? I mean, does it have a chance? Sure. Absolutely. Will it? I mean, will it? I don't know. That's too early to tell. YouTube named Blunty, take a look at the ROG Ally versus Switch 2 vid when you get a minute. Yeah, I've seen it, or I've seen the part of it. I'm gonna watch the rest of it later. But yeah, I'm subscribed to him. I see his videos. So yeah. It seems like GTA 6 is really using PS5's power. Yeah, sure, of course. It's Rockstar. They always use the system's power to their best of the ability whenever they release a game. It's not new. The best graphics 700 for only GPU. It might even be paying more than that for just depending on what GPU you're looking for. Yeah, once again, like, I don't know. To me, man, like, people just get whatever they want. Like, you shouldn't worry about what somebody else buys or sells. Like, that shouldn't even be a problem. Like, that shouldn't even be a I mean, like, sure, if you want to bring it up, but like, it's not an issue. Like, you're not them. You can only control what you can control. So you can just buy and sell what you want, play what you want. I'm not really worried about what other people, you know, unless you ask me a direct question, but I'm not worried about other people saying, oh, I sold my this to get this. I mean, we saw that with the Switch all the time. I sold my Switch. I mean, there's used Switches everywhere. And I don't care. Like, I don't care if somebody sells their system, you know, let them sell it. I've seen people buy and sell the Switch a million times. I have not said a word to them. Just like, let them do whatever they want to do. It's their money. It's their system. That's it. At the end of the day, like, we don't need to backseat. We don't need to pocket watch people buying and selling their systems and stuff like that. That's ridiculous. I think it's silly. I really think it's silly because you would never do that to someone. Like, you don't want someone doing that to you, you know? So you probably don't want to do that to someone else. So that's just my take on it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a 3DS to DS situation, in my opinion, because the DS had many issues with game lineup and third party. That was one of the big problems with the DS. The DS1 had plenty of third parties. The DS2, or the 3DS more like it, did not. So I think that was the main problem with that system, is that, and they were still splitting games with the Wii U. So that's the problem. So I don't really think it's going to be quite like that, because Nintendo's going to put their full force of games behind it. But like, so I mean, because like that's like half the sales. Like, I don't think it's going to be like Switch has sold 150 million. I don't think the Switch 2 is going to sell like 75, like half of that. I don't think so. But we'll see. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. My opinion is it's not worth even bringing it up, honestly, Green Ninja, but it's all good, bro. I don't hate you for it or nothing.
I hate power discussions. I fell for it and went deep into PC. I was miserable playing games. I'm so much happier just playing my Nintendo Switch, but that's just me.
Like, once again, that's why there's options, guys. That's why there's options for people. Like, you're gonna have people that want to get in, and yes, I fell into the power thing with PC as well. Like, back in 2022, I bought, you know, the higher 30 series card. I'm like, all right, graphics. And yeah, it was, I did not like it. I did not like it. I don't like PC gaming. I don't like having to use a mouse and key. Like, I don't like how, like, I just don't like the way that it's set up to where it's like mouse and keyboard and you gotta, I mean, yeah, you can do Steam Big Picture, but this is where I work as well. Like, I don't like to, the monitor now, I gotta hook it up to my TV. It's kind of weird doing it that way. Like, there's just a lot of things that I don't like. Is it perfectly fine? Yes, it's perfectly fine for other people, but not for me, you know? So it's not gonna be for everybody. That's why there's options, man. But no, Green Ninja, you're all good though, bro. You're all good, man. Ain't nobody, I'm not hating on the fact that you that you asked a question, you know, and you're entitled to your opinion as well, on people buying and selling things. Like, if you think it's bad or not, or stupid or not, you're entitled to that. I just think that it's like, you know, having an opinion on, like, maybe you think crickets jump too high. It's not, it's not relevant to anything, you know, like, who cares how high a cricket jumps? You know, they can jump high or they can jump not that high. It doesn't really matter, you know? So that's kind of like my thought on it, is like, we don't need to really worry too much about it, you know? Switch 2 is going to be like 3DS is going to around really common, especially from 3DS drop the price. People want happen with Switch 2 also. The problem is that 3DS didn't have anywhere near the demand or pre-orders, nor did it have the, you know, the forecast. So that's the biggest issue. Once again, and 3DS still split sales and still split games with the Wii U, which a lot of these people don't like to bring up. I don't know why they don't bring it up. It's actually really important, but yeah. Let's see here. I said I had a PC that was capable of modern games. I just ripped my PS1 and 2 games to protect the disc. Okay. So it's all good though. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you again. I think you have more than this amount that's on here. I'm just gonna put it at a magical amount. I think you've done around this, Justin. Shout outs to. Remember, according to PC Fanboy, it's okay to pocket watch those who wanted to buy Switch 2. PC people are the craziest. They'll sit there and clap like a damn seal whenever someone buys like a $5,000 graphics card, and I'm joking here with that, or $2,000 graphics card. They'll sit there, that's worth it. But, you know, somebody can't sell something else or can't do this, so yeah. I'm not really too worried about PC people or what they have to say. It's irrelevant, and they're entitled to their opinion no matter how stupid it is. So yeah. So yeah, it's all good. What's up, Orlando Jones? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? You ever play Rogue Galaxy? I have played Rogue Galaxy. It's a good game. I use my Steam Deck as a desktop PC, a console, and a handheld all in one setup. Very versatile and fun for me. Man, it'd be a pretty bad desktop though, right? That'd be a pretty bad desktop PC though, right? I don't know about it as a desktop PC. Ooh, couldn't be me. But hey, if it works for you, that's cool. Since you've been gaming through the decades, what's your favorite overall system and why? Favorite overall system and why? I don't know. I haven't put too much thought into it, but definitely between like PS2, Super Nintendo, GameCube, Switch. I like the Xbox 360. Some like an amalgamation of those systems. They all have strengths and weaknesses in any era. See, what's funny, my deck is the only PC I have. What's funny is that I built my PC 8 years ago, and now it's worth keeping, hold off, the price is down. Still performs well, 2080. Oh yeah, 2080 still performed pretty well. Actually, I probably still would have had a 2080 myself if I didn't update to Windows 11 and it completely destroyed my last PC that I had. I bought a nice PC back in 2021. And I updated to Windows 11 in 2022 and it completely cooked the PC. I I tried, so it would just randomly shut down. I took it to the to repairs. I did all sorts of stuff. It just randomly shut down. Yo, Justin came with the $10
Here's something fun to talk about games. What was your favorite hidden gem games? Mine is probably Kirby Dream Buffet or Bayonetta Origins.
Hidden
Sarita
gem.
and the Lost Demon.
Yeah, favorite hidden gem. I'd have to think about it, but I've done videos on hidden gem games. So I'm gonna look that up real quick because I don't want to mess up the games that I did do for that. So, and Cyber Taurus with the opening thread. Let's go.
I had to take a call earlier, but I wanted to circle back to the conversation about game preservation really quick.
Okay.
I believe that if we can preserve books, music, movies, and art, then games shouldn't be treated any differently.
Yeah.
I wish it was like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's up to these companies also to preserve the games and stuff, you know. I think it's up to them to preserve the games. So, absolutely, man. I agree. You know, I agree. Big love to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the $25 dono. Just thank you for the JoJo. I appreciate that. Let's go. And I'm going to get the hidden gems discussion in just a bit. Thank you so much, Cyber Taurus. And yes, like I said, I just haven't beat the horn, you know, or beat the drum on game preservation stuff just because I just haven't, you know. I'm not going to act like I care when I haven't been. I'm not fake. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, I don't do this fake-ish where I'm sitting here trying to care about. Listen, I just haven't been. Is it important? I agree that it is, but I have not been. You know, guys like Mystic Ryan have been way better than me at that. So he's a better man than me when it comes to that. But yeah, I don't disagree with the game preservation stuff. Like, I think it all should be. But I think like a company should want to preserve it properly. You know, it's their game. They're the ones who are gonna make money off the game. You know.
People want to say which better, N64 or GC, but the real question is which is better, PS2 or GC.
Man, PS2 has so many games. It's hard to put the GameCube over it, but they're both really good systems. Dapper Dan 63 with the $10 donut says, OJ, curious if you'd seen anything for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. It was a Games Kitchen, the developer of Blasphemous 1 and 2, unironically, one of the titles I'm most hyped for this year. Yeah, shout out to Dapper Dan. Thank you for the $10. I think we, didn't they already give a date for the game? I think it's coming out this summer. I forgot exactly when, but I thought they actually gave a date for that game, if I'm not already correct. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support today, guys. Kevin with the $1 as well says, hi OJ, do you think we'll get Shadow Hearts Remastered Collection for Switch 1 and 2? Can I get any music from Final Fantasy 12? Yes. Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12. What is it? I don't know where this music's playing from, though. I have music playing, and I don't know where it's playing from, to be honest. Okay, here we go. It's on my mini player. All right, here we go. Esper Battle Theme. Thank you guys for the support, and let me get this hidden gems discussion talked about too. So hidden. So some of the games, Star Ocean, Unicorn Overlord, I've talked about that. Record of Lodoss War, Valkyria Chronicles, Katamari Damacy Reroll, Star Ocean The Second Story R, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. So yeah, those are some of the games that I've talked about. Astral Chain, which I guess is not as much of a hidden gem, but compared to like the bigger selling games, you know, yeah. So I know it's an opinion piece, but do you think Expedition 33 not being on IGN's top 25 RPG, I mean Metaphor, was on it? I mean, Expedition 33 just came out, so I don't know how it would make the top 25 RPGs of all time. Metaphor came out last year. There's been plenty of time to think about it. While they were putting together this list, I don't know if, like, Metaphor is just, or Expedition 33 is too new. It's too new, and I don't know if it's one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I don't know if it is. It's a really good RPG. I don't know if it's a top 25. But it's definitely one of my favorite ones in the modern day. And on top of that, Expedition 33 is not a JRPG. It's not a JRPG. It's modeled after a JRPG, but it's not quite a JRPG. You know, I don't think they might not see it as that, you know, because it's Western developed. So, but yes, it emulates a lot of things from JRPGs. So yeah, they might not even see it as one too. So you also have to keep that in mind. Yeah, Metaphor came out back in October. That was more than 6 months. That was 6+ months ago. So you had half a year plus to think about it. Expedition 33 literally just came out. Metaphor came out 7-8 months ago. That's way more time to think about it, to play it again, replay it, compare it. Like 7 months is way more time than a month or two. Expedition just came out in April, right? So that's far more time. Caitlin and Justin with another $5 or with the $5 donut.
From
Thank for
Nintendo
J2 Blue.
Everything. Claire Obscure. Expedition 33 dev. Nintendo
Yes, I
Switch
saw that.
2 version.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Tomorrow I got a video.
Yeah, it's happening. Lol.
Yeah, I got a video tomorrow getting a little bit more information on that potentially. A little bit more of a deep dive on that one because I wanted to spend a bit more time than on a live stream where people might misunderstand what happened there with that. Because I actually watched the full interview and I had someone to help me a little bit that speaks French. So I might add a little bit more context to that tomorrow in my video. Shout outs to Justin with the $5. Yes, Claire Obscure, I think it's going to happen though. Long story short, yes, I think it's going to happen. I love Coke Slurpees with the $5 dono. It says, hey, OJ, do you ever play PC strategy games like Civilization? Hell no. 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 Age of Empires and all that? No. I used to back in the day. I used to play Command and Conquer, but no, I don't play any Civil. I mean, those games seem really fun though, but not for me. They're just not for they're not for me games anymore. You know. I consider JRPG more of a genre than the development source label. I do too, but other people might not feel the same way. You know. So there's also that. It says wait. Technically, it's French. Yes, technically. Many have accused IGN of recency bias if they add Expedition 33 on the top of the list. That would be insane recency bias. On top of that, they probably started thinking about this list like in April. So Expedition 33 probably wasn't even out yet. I'm almost positive that this list was probably done in April. And then they were finalizing it. They were shooting all the footage. They were editing it. I don't think Expedition 33 had a chance of being on this list. There's no way. Because the video came out, just this past week. And Expedition 33 came out at the very end of April. That's not enough time. You know, that's not enough time. So yeah. He says fair enough. No, it's not that the games are bad, guys. Like I just don't feel like playing like, you know, Civilization and like Age of Empire. Like, I just don't feel like playing those games. But once again, I did play, Command and Conquer. I played Command and Conquer back in the day. I thought that was pretty cool. But today I just like to play like JRPGs. I like to play, you know, action games. I don't really like to play like, you know, simulation type of games anymore. Like, not really. Like, you know, where I'm like managing, you know, a bunch of units and like dragging mouse and clicking on things. Like, I don't play point and click games like adventures. There's a lot of things I don't play anymore that I used to play, that I used to try out, but I just phased. As you lose time in life, you start to phase out things that you didn't really necessarily enjoy a ton. And like those type of games, I just phased those type of games out of my life, really, to be honest. So yeah. So I know it's 6 months, but still don't think Metaphor should be top 4. That list that's insane. I think it meant insane. That's an opinion piece. And that's fine if you don't think it should be top 4, but comparing it to Expedition is not a good comparison. Like, one of them just came out and the other one is actually more than half a year old, you know? So that's the difference. Do you think Sony would put Dark Cloud 1 and 2 on Switch? No. Why would they do that? I'm not gonna lie, if they bring StarCraft and Brood War to Switch 2, I'd play the crap out of that. I mean, I might check it out, but I might not. I'm not even sure. Twilight Princess eventually come to Switch 2? Sure. Metaphor, as high as it is, pretty recent too, though. It is pretty recent, but it's not freaking April recent. It's not less than a month recent. Expedition is not even a month old. They started making this list beforehand. So, like, are we seriously comparing more than half a year to just came out? Like, did Metaphor just come out like this month or last month? Is this a comparison? Metaphor is like 7-8 months old now, right? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 7 months. What's going on 7 months? Expedition literally just came out at the end of April. It's not even a month old. So yeah, that's not a good comparison, in my opinion, at least. They didn't put Metaphor on there because, like, oh, we need a modern RPG. Now they put Metaphor on there because they thought it was one of the best JRPGs that they played. That's the reason why they put it on there. It's got the review scores to back it up. Many people felt that it was one of the best JRPGs ever made. Like, if you read the reviews, a lot of people felt the same way. So, I mean, you don't have to feel the same way that they feel. That's fine. You can make your own list. But they felt that way. They felt that it was one of the best ones. I played the game. It's definitely one of my favorites. If I had a top 25, would Metaphor make it? Probably. I don't know if it'd be top 4, but would it make my top 25? Absolutely. The game is freaking incredible. There's nothing else. People say it's like Persona, but then it's like not like Persona. It blends like Fire Emblem, Persona, and like lots of other games like Shin Megami Tensei. It blends all of like my favorite games together into one. And it's got an incredible soundtrack. It's got a great story. It's fantastic. It's addictive. It's got a lot of content. The game's really good. It's a really, really, really good game.
I was just about to share the Expedition 33 interview in French, but you found a translator? And you didn't use me? You wound me, OJ. Sacro Blue, loudly crying.
I'm sorry, Super Christian Mirror. Yeah, I didn't use you. I'll give you a combo break for that one, though. Shoutouts. Onimusha will come to Switch day and date. Maybe J2 Chronicles. We have to wait and see. What is engine? Is Expedition 33? It looks very... It's Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5. So you guessed right. Excuse me. Love me some Metaphor. Metaphor is Atlas's best game in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's definitely my favorite Atlas game. Like, it's like I said, I'm not a big recency bias person either, because you guys know I'll hang on to Mass Effect and Chrono Trigger for forever. But Metaphor is really good. Now, everybody's not gonna feel the same way, and I completely understand that. Like, if people don't like it as much, that's fine. I can understand why. It's a little obtuse. The game takes a while to get going. Metaphor does. If you play on normal, it's way too easy, except for the difficulty spikes towards a certain part in the game if you're not prepared. But if you get past some of those things, the gameplay is fantastic. Like I said, the story is great. The characters are really good. It's fun, man. It is a fun game. And I still think about that. We still talk about it. Like, I still think about Metaphor. And I will think about Metaphor every single month. I will think about Metaphor until we get a Metaphor ReFantazio 2. Or until we get a Switch port of the game. I'll think about it every single month. Almost every week we still mention Metaphor ReFantazio. It is brought up all the time. It's not like it's just went away and nobody talks about it. Whether good or bad, people always bring up Metaphor ReFantazio. Like, they bring it up all the time. So, yeah. Brett with the $5 says, OJ, you got to play 100 line. It's actually getting a little hard to find already. Oh, yeah, 100 line, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think the special edition is easier to find, but that's like $100 for that one. So maybe I'll pick up that. They need a Switch 2 version, though. They need a Switch 2 version of the game. That would be good if they had a Switch 2 version.
Metaphor is one of those games I wish I could forget and play again. Exactly.
Shout outs to Justin, another $3. It's one of those games where you wish you can forget about it and then play it again. That's why I really want to see, Justin, I really want to see a Switch 2, like, a updated version of the game, like, with extra content. You know, that'd be fun. Metaphor story and characters are peak. Says Metaphor is a bit too anime aesthetically for me. Yeah, and that's fine. That doesn't make the game bad, though. The game's really good. So whether you like anime aesthetic or not, that's not the point. The point, the game is awesome gameplay-wise, you know? But yeah, the aesthetic isn't going to be for everyone, and that's exactly the reason why people are hyping up Expedition 33 to be, oh my god, RPGs are back, because you guys don't want to actually give a chance to games that don't look like, that have a certain look to them, which is fine. I've done that too. Everybody's done that. But if you actually get past that and play the game for what it is, and the aesthetic actually works well with the design of the different archetypes that you can get, like, it works really well with the design of the archetypes. The archetypes look fantastic. Then you're like, okay, that's cool. It actually fits well, you know? Oh Lord, I wish Chrono Trigger was a game I could forget and play again. Oh my God. Chrono Trigger is a game that you can always, it's timeless though. Chrono Trigger is timeless. Like you can play it at any time and be like, all right, this is awesome, you know? Allies together. Shout outs, thank you so much. Shaw X. I remember I played the demo for Metaphor. I've never done this with the demo before in my life. I played the demo for Metaphor ReFantazio for like 30, 40 hours to grind and to get prepared. And then I transferred it over and I was already like pretty well off at the beginning of the game because I had so much different weapons and different little shiny things that I collected and all sorts of stuff. I had a ton of money. It was great. But yeah, I just, before Metaphor came out, I didn't play anything else. All I did was grind the demo for like a month. Or how long did it take before the game came out? Atlas was so weird with that game with Metaphor. They sent me this big old huge thing, but they didn't send me a review copy of the game. They're like, hey, buy the game, but we'll send you like hundreds of dollars in custom, like, they sent me like the same bag that the main character has. They sent me that. They sent me like all sorts of like little goodies. That definitely was way more than the price of the game. But then they're like, but we're not going to send you the actual game, which was hilarious to me. But that's okay. I felt like buying it anyway to support the devs. So I bought the digital deluxe edition. And then I also bought the special edition. Then I also gave away another special edition. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Let's see here. I grinded the demo for RE7 like that. Nice. Instantly love Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is awesome. She's a great character. The Mario movie sequel is called Super Mario World, confirmed from Mario 64. It seems Super Mario World? Oh. Okay. Man, that means it's going to be a lot bigger then, right? Super Mario World? That's great. Let me see here. Wario. Super Mario World. I like the name of that. Mario World. The Mario movie sequel is titled Super Mario World. That's a good name. Blockbuster hits included Wicked, For Good, Jurassic World, and Five Nights at Freddy's, streaming exclusively on Peacock following theatrical release. An exciting range of films from Universal Pictures, Focus Features, DreamWorks Animation, and Illumination were presented, including Megan 2.0, Nobody 2, Bad Guys 2, How to Train Your Dragon, Downtown Abbey, the grand finale, Black Phone 2, Him, The Phoenician Scheme, and Super Mario World, Shrek, and Minions. Man, that's a lot of that's a lot of blockbusters in there, man. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Super Mario World, but it makes sense though because Yoshi, right? Remember the first movie? So that makes complete sense that they'd call it Super Mario World because Yoshi was so big in the game. Super Mario, and like Super Mario, I mean Yoshi had been before Super Mario World, but that was when Yoshi really became Yoshi, was Super Mario World. So that makes complete sense, you know, in terms of them titling it that, if that's the actual title for it. Makes sense for sure. Let's say I love a game with classic Wu-Tang 2D hack and slash ninjas, of course. Shaolin or the Order exists. When the album, so should keep it simple. Yeah, Black Phone 1 was really good. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen a lot of the movies. I don't watch a ton of movies, I'll be honest. Metaphor, Metal Slug, Tactics Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Y'all tripping? Wait, what are you talking about? Aesthetics can be make or break for most people. I agree, it can be make or break for most people. Some people will miss out on a really good game because of aesthetics. So yeah, it can be for sure. Justin with another $3 dono.
I hope they don't make Yoshi talk more than saying Yoshi.
Yoshi's definitely gonna talk. I think he's gonna talk. Because if he's gonna be a main part, I think he's definitely gonna talk. I mean, some people were thinking that Mario wouldn't talk in the movie, then Mario couldn't shut up. So I think Yoshi's gonna talk, but we'll see. I'd like to see non-cloud ports of RE7. Yeah, that'd be great. I think they're gonna actually make some native ports of those games for like all the Resident Evil games that were cloud games on Switch 1. Let's see here. Yoshi will be voiced by Kevin Hart. That actually might not be a bad idea. No, I'm joking. I don't know about Kevin Hart, but yeah. That'd be interesting for sure. Link talking's gonna be weird. It's only gonna be weird if like the voice isn't good. Like whoever they get is like the voice isn't good. Like if they get somebody good, then it'll be natural. Just like because like I said, people thought Mario talking would be. People really were like, hey, I'm gonna talk like this the whole movie. Hey, oh, Mamma Mia. Oh yeah, like they actually thought. People actually thought they were gonna have Mario talk like that the whole time. For like a whole movie, bro. They actually thought they were gonna talk like that for a whole movie, man, which is crazy. Remember all the controversy surrounding Chris Pratt being Mario, and people were like, it just sounds like Chris Pratt. Oh my god. The Chris Pratt arc. The Chris Pratt saga.
Honestly, I think almost every Nintendo character will talk eventually, even Kirby, which will be weird for me.
Yeah, Kirby. Whenever they do make a Kirby movie or something, he'll probably talk too. Yeah. Absolutely. See, Chris Pratt. Oh, Chris Pratt was great. He was great in it. Like they were going for like the gritty Brooklyn type of accent. I didn't care because y'all really expect Mario to be talking like that the whole movie. Like, oh yeah, Luigi. Okay, oh here we go. Oh, Princess Peach. Like there ain't no way, bro. Like oh well he did it. He did it in the. But he's never actually done it because the old school Mario show, he spoke a lot in that show, but that was like that was more like Chris Pratt's voice. The Mario show Mario, that was not, oh, it's me, Mario. Like, it wasn't like that. So yeah. That's why I didn't really care, because I'm like, some of y'all like knew. If you watch the Mario show, you wouldn't have a problem with Mario not talking like, like in the games, because we've seen media with Mario talking a lot. That was the Mario show, and he didn't talk like how he talks in the games, So I didn't have a problem with it. I knew it was going to be fine. I got called shill and names, of course. Of course. I got called all sorts of names, of course. Ended up being right. But besides that, whatever. I just stopped talking about it because people were being crazy online. Maybe the third movie would be Mario Galaxy. Ooh, that'd be lit. So I don't think Kirby will talk. He didn't talk in his show. How Link's gonna talk? He didn't talk in his either. Well, actually, Link did talk in his show. His show was trash, though. Excuse me, princess. I meant the games doesn't really talk like that. I think eventually Kirby will talk. They'll probably get him talking at some point. I'd be so irritated if Mario talked like that in an hour. Bro, if you said that online in 2022 or 2023 before the movie, people would just go nuts on you. Nintendo fans would just go nuts. Like, people were just going insane with that, man. It was a wild time. Party Man was on Party Man was like on full battle mode. They wouldn't leave Party Man alone. So yeah. The Mario show just is a Brooklyn accent. Y'all remember the old school Mario movies? That was the dystopian with human looking Bowser. Yeah, I remember that. Party Man, he had to deal with not finding a date and the fact that people wouldn't shut up about the movie. Like, in terms of the voice of Mario. That was probably the most, like, top 10 most annoying Nintendo controversies was Chris Pratt Mario. Like, they gave that, listen, and I'm not here to, like, obviously, you guys know how I am with celebrities. I don't, like, listen, of course, I don't endorse abuse of anybody, celebrity or not, but y'all know how I am. But for once, I actually felt when it comes to it, not like obviously losing a family member or something serious, I actually felt bad for the guy, a multi-millionaire. Because people were just destroying him, and he's like, bro, I'm not the one who picked myself to play in the movie. Nintendo picked me. They picked me to be in the movie. God, don't get mad at me. I didn't do nothing. I'm just collecting my check, So people were like attacking Chris Pratt like he's the one who picked himself. Like he busted into Miyamoto's office, hit him with the Stone Cold Stunner, jumped on his head, stomping Goombas, like he says. Like he jumped on his head and said, put me in this movie or I'm gonna freaking power bomb you through World 1-1. Like, people were acting insane towards Chris Pratt. Like I said, I'm not the one to sit here and cap or defend or white knight celebrities. But damn, like, y'all need to leave that man alone. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. And people were being insane towards him, tagging him and calling him all sorts of names and just acting like they killed their childhood or something. It was like drop kicking some of these Nintendo fans, man. They were acting stupid. Yeah, complete weirdos, dude. Complete weirdos. But anyway, if the director of the Zelda film, I would just have Link mute. He communicates through sign language, and he's a fairy companion that translates for him sticking through to character school. There's a reason why you're not a movie director, House Game. All right, I'll just say that right now. There's a reason why you don't direct movies, and that's probably one of the reasons why you don't direct movies. So, thanks for the comment, though. I appreciate it. But there's a reason why you're not a movie director. I thought Chris Pratt was great. Jack Black was the voice that sounded too much like himself. I don't know. I thought he did a pretty good Bowser. That's just me, though. Or was he Donkey Kong? Who was he? I forgot. Either way, Donkey Kong and Bowser were both great. Yeah, Link's not really a mute. You know what I'm saying? He actually talks, but the character's just respect. You don't hear him talk, but he's actually talking. But you don't hear him talk. You know? Let's see here. When do you think you can expect the teaser trailer? When do you think you expect the teaser trailer? I'm not sure. The movie comes out. When does the movie come out? Why do I think it's a bad idea? Because you're trying to equate the video game experience to a freaking movie. Okay? The reason why he's a mute in the video games is because you're putting yourself into the role because you play the game. In a movie, you don't play a damn thing. It's a freaking movie. So having someone communicate and talk about different things in certain scenes adds to the movie itself because you do not play it. Okay? So you're trying to make a movie experience the same as a game experience. That's the reason why it's done in the games. A movie is different. So that's the reason why I said you're not a movie producer, because you would know that that's probably a very bad idea to have a person that's going to be on screen most of the time in an action adventure game with a love interest not say a damn word and have a freaking fairy saying, hey, Link says he loves you. Link says go get the Triforce. Link says go over here. Link says do this. Link says go over here and do that. That's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard for a movie. For a movie. For a game, it works. So I'm not trying to be mean, House Gang, but there's a reason why. Like I said, you don't produce movies. You're trying to equate your game experience to a movie, and it wouldn't work. People would think this is the dumbest thing ever. Remember, you're not just advertising this to the people that play video games. You're advertising this to the people that want to watch a movie as well. You know? Link says ... Thank you for the $3. I appreciate that. So that's the reason why I said it's a terrible idea, because you're trying to have a stupid fairy communicate everything that could easily be done with him just saying something. So it just sounds ridiculous. Why would he even be mute in the first place? What is the reasoning for him being mute in a movie? People are going to think this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, why won't he talk? What happened to his voice? Is he deaf? No, he's not deaf in the games. Link's not deaf in the video games. Or he's not a mute. He's not, it's not like he can't talk. You know what I'm saying? Deaf is, yeah, can't hear. I'm saying it's not like he can't talk. That's not the thing in the games. So it would make zero sense for a movie for him to be that way and to have a freaking fairy speak through him. It would just be dumb, you know? It can work in like maybe a comic book. It can work in, you know, the game, but for a movie, no. Let's see here. Then there was the show, but if the Zelda movie should have a dialogue, it should have a lot of witty banter and a lot of quirks and heroics and serious jokes. Yeah, like Link spoke before in media. Like there was a show, it was a very bad show, But there was a show. There was the Legend of Zelda show, and he kind of spoke like this, and he was like, "What? Excuse me, princess. Hey, princess, it's kissing time." He sounded like a complete douchebag, but he did speak in the show, so he spoke before, you know, in media. Let's see. Best fairy was Tinkerbell. Julie Roberts. There you go. Yeah, he used to always try to. He used to always try to kiss the princess, and the princess would like find creative ways, or just slap him, or just hit him, or push him, or it was very cancel culture in today's day. Back then, it was like, oh yeah, you can do that. But today's day, yeah, no. It's like Johnny Bravo or like Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew's the worst. Out of Link, Johnny Bravo, and Pepe Le Pew's the worst. Who would get canceled the fastest? Pepe Le Pew. Well, excuse me, princess. Yeah, he sounded like a complete douchebag and brat, you know. And he had a little tiny sword. Like, why was his sword so small? Why was his sword so small in the show? It was like a little. He barely did anything either. Like, all the action in that show sucked. I remember watching that show and thinking to myself, man, this show sucks. I remember watching back in the day. I used to wake up and watch the morning cartoons. I'd be like, yo, this show's actually trash. Like, my brother and me, we would watch the show. We'd just be looking like, we'll watch it because it's Legend of Zelda, and like we'll eat our cereal in the morning and watch it, you know, and we're just watching it like, I guess. But we only watched it because it was Legend of Zelda, not because it was a good show.
It won't be that weird because it's a different Link, plus it will be an actual person. Could you imagine if the guy just went HYAA? Lol.
Let's Hey Link, we need to go over there. What are you saying, Link? Oh, okay, we need to go over there. Okay, you want to go over there, save the princess? Let's go. Can you see my comments? I can see your comments. What's up, Mr. Davis? Shout outs to Link with another $3 dono. It's small because oh, stop, JT. People would be very, very angry. Yeah. Very angry. Link never, that Link never matched the aesthetic. I find it understood why they did him like that. I don't know. But like I said, I watched the show back in the day, and compared to the Mario Bros. Show, it was really bad. Because we had a really good Mario Bros. Show. Mario Bros. 3, and it used all the music, and it used all this different stuff. Like Toad was cool in that show. And like, it was dope. There was a really good Mario Bros. 3 show. I love that show. So I don't know why the Legend of Zelda show was so bad in comparison, you know? Justin with the $1 dono says, also, I was Link. Oh, okay, you're the Link. Oh, shout out to Justin. Appreciate that, fam. Thank you for the multiple donos coming through. Like always, we out here tonight. Let's go. I never did watch the Zelda show, so it's probably best. Well, you never watched the Zelda show? All right, I'm gonna let you guys. We're gonna peep some of it right now. Zelda show episode. Let's watch a little bit of the first episode. The first episode of the Zelda show, the complete animated series of the Zelda show. We're gonna watch just a little bit of it, not the whole thing. I'm gonna get hit with the copyright if we watch the whole thing. But I'll give you guys a clip. Here's the Mario Bros. Show. That was good, but hold up, here we go.
Whoever gets both Triforces will rule this land forever. You must help me, Link.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything.
I told you hey, for you, Zelda, anything. I told you he has a bratty voice. I nailed his voice. That little tiny...
Good job, hero.
Excuse me, princess.
Oh yeah, bro! A little tiny sword. It was like a dagger. It wasn't a sword. It was a dagger. Pew, 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 pew. Excuse me, princess. Sorry. Oh God, this show sucked. Whoever Bob forward is, he needs to go Bob backward. A little chime. Why does Link look so old, too? Look like 30.
Yeah. Another beautiful day in the magical kingdom of Hyrule. Boring place. I used to roam the world, fighting monsters and sleeping in mud. A hero's life. Now look at me. Living in a castle, sleeping in a bed. Aren't I sweet? Yeah.
This show is trash! Right off the top, I remember watching this back in the day, 30-something years ago, and thinking to myself, bro, what is he so upset about?
No one good reason why I even stay here. Oh. Okay, so there's one good reason. Looking good, princess. Especially from this angle.
What?
I told you, you should have put on a robe.
Looking good, princess. Woo! Especially from this angle. That's how I speak to my wife, bruh. Look at this. Look at this pervert. From the top angle, when he's looking down her. Oh my gosh, bruh. This show's trash.
Oops. Guess I offended her royal prissiness. Huh? Yeah, moblins.
Oh, then why'd I get to try first?
Hey, I'm ticklish.
You see this man's booty?
Hey, you want to dance?
I think the
Just
movie will be
ask.
better than this cancelable show. Lol.
Man out here with the booty kick?
Ha! Pillow fight!
He never actually hits anybody with that sword.
Maybe lock up the Triforce somewhere safe and don't use it for a nightlight Link. Come on, man.
He never actually hits anybody with that sword too much. He just uses it to block things, and then he hits people with pillows. He says pillow fight.
Hey, it's been fun, but the other customers are getting impatient.
Yeah, they just
Guys, it's been a blast, but you're going home.
hits him with the.
And
Yes.
tell Ganon that if he really wants this Triforce, he'll have to get it himself. Okay, that's better. That's how I like to start a morning.
Oh my.
And a magic bow as a souvenir.
Oh my. Oh my God, bruh. Let me. He's got full health, right? So he can shoot the beam. He can shoot the beam with full health. But man, I did not. It's bringing up. It's honestly bringing up PTSD. Like PTSD. Like it's like bringing up a little bit of PTSD for me because I really hated this show when I was younger. Like I really disliked this show, and it brings back bad memories of not having YouTube and not having stuff to where and like I was like. This is like all we had. And I didn't like those days. Those days, oh no, I liked those days. I mean, I had a good young childhood and this was a little bit later, like my teenhood and stuff like that. I had a good, but it wasn't like, this time period sucked because I knew that there was something better out there. I knew technology would get better and I knew that I wouldn't be forced to watch this garbage. And I knew it, but I was just stuck in 1990 freaking 2. Well, a lot of you guys weren't even born yet. So I was just stuck watching this trash. Okay? So, yeah, we didn't have options like that.
Huh?
We can check out maybe a little bit of the Mario show. It's a little bit harder because of copyrights with the Mario show. Like Nintendo kind of goes crazy with this show. I think I can get away. I can get away with this show if I pause it and do different things. But the Mario show, a little bit different. Cybertrust with the $5. Yeah, don't use it as a nightlight. Anyway, I've had enough. I've actually had enough of this show. You guys can watch it on your own if you want to watch it. I'll put the link. There's a full, all the episodes. If you want to watch the whole thing, I think there's only one season. So, yeah.
No way a man can move like that without an accidental exposure. Lol.
Yeah, the way that he flipped off from there and all that. Yeah, there was. But I mean, listen. At least it was kind of like, okay, he is athletic. Obviously, he's clearly a hero. He's clearly confident, and I think that's what they were going for. They're going for like a confident Link, and like 90s confident, which back in the day, 90s confident was kind of like douchebaggery. Like it was kind of douchebaggery at the time for like that type of confident, but they messed up on the confident. Like Sonic's confident was a little bit better for like the cartoon show than Link's confident. But I think like the catchphrases of "Excuse me, princess," and it just threw the show off, you know. Like I said, I hated this show. Need more urban style representation in this show. More urban style. Okay, we can watch just a little bit of the Mario show. Like I said, they're a little bit crazier with this when it comes down to it. But yeah, I like the Mario Bros. Show. I thought it was good.
Hey, paisano!
I thought it was good.
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Treat, so hang on to your seat. Get ready for adventure and remarkable feats. You'll meet Koopas and Troopers, the princess and the others. Hanging with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brothers to the bridge.
Got the remix? Neatness counts. Or neatness counts. The plumber.
Time for a new day. But as we always say, neatness counts.
That's right, Mario. And by the way, spaghetti on...
This is the good kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it's definitely the good kind of... It wasn't cheesy back in 1992 or 93 or whatever I was watching this crap. Early 90s.
Overalls.
You, Luigi. And you have a little bit of spaghetti sauce on your shirt, as usual.
Oh, really? Your shoes are dirty.
And your socks don't match.
Yeah, you got 5 cavities.
Hello?
Hello?
I didn't say hello.
I didn't either.
Well, I did. Over here. Hi, are you the Mario Brothers?
Sure are.
Oh, you're Nicole Leggett. We watch your show all the time. Mario and I are your biggest fans.
What are you doing in the Mexican?
They used to have guests like celebrity athletes and guests that would come through on the show all the time. So it was kind of cool.
Expiration date on your toothpaste. It's very important, you know. Can I come in?
Sure, come on in.
Nicole Leggett.
Well, it says right here that you two are the best plumbers in Brooklyn and quite possibly the world.
Yes, Nicole, that is absolutely true. Not only that, but we are also very, very neat and clean. In fact, what do we always say, Mario?
Hey, you slob, that's my pizza.
Oh, no. Neatness counts.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I need my kitchen sink fixed.
Certainly come to the right place. We'll demonstrate right now just how good we are with absolutely no obligation.
I really don't have much time. See, I'm on my way to a party.
All-time favorite cartoon show?
Hey, as you can see here,
I'm not
we
sure.
have a clogged sink. And it'll be fixed in a few seconds. Luigi! Begin.
I gotta use all the sound effects from the games. A G? It's not a G. It's just the what's it called? The resolution's bad. I'm pretty sure it's an L. Yeah, it's only 240p. Uh-oh. Nope, it's a G? I thought it's an L.
If you stay tuned, it'll sure be neat.
Remember a show called Running Warriors?
The customer was always wet.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the Mario Brothers.
Wait, hold up. Oh, here we go. Now they get to the cartoon part. I like how the movie used the same thing. You know? Yeah, it's an L. It's not a G. It's an L. It's an L.
Plumber's Log number 101, the land of ice. Me and my brother Luigi had just rescued Princess Toadstool from King Koopa, and we're looking for the magic that would set her kingdom free and get us home to Brooklyn.
Yo, where's Birdo? Come out of nowhere. So I remember the episode where Koopa takes the White House over? What?
Oh no! Poor Toad! Bring him back, you dim-witted Birdo! Look! The Birdo took Toad to the highest peak! Please, Mario! Toad saved my life 100 times! We've got to save his!
That Princess Daisy?
Princess, Luigi and Neo climbed that mountain before you could say spaghetti and meatballs.
I can't. I'm allergic to mountains.
Okay, wait here. And if you become lunch for a polar bear, don't blame us.
Polar bear? Lunch?
You guys gotta show me that episode where he takes over the White House. We gotta watch that one on stream at some point. Anyway, like I said, I'm probably gonna get a copyright claim on this right now, so I better be careful. I think I've watched too many of these. The Nintendo Ninja's gonna come after me. I know that's Peach. I know that's Peach. I'm just making a little bit of a joke because of her hair, you know. Absolute cinema, man. Mario Bros. Show was great. It was great. It's fantastic, fantastic show. I used to watch the heck out of it, even back in. Oh man, me and my brother, we used to wake up. We used to eat cereal, watch Mario Bros. Life was simple. Play Mario 3. I think like most of my weekends started out with me playing Mario Bros. 3 at some point, or like playing Mario 3. Mario 3 was like a staple. Mario 3, Rampage, Contra. These were like staples of like 80s / early 90s, you know? Am I replaying Cyberpunk? I think meant Cyberpunk 2077 on Switch 2. Replaying, I never beat the game all the way through in the first place. I did play it on the PlayStation 5, but I think I put about maybe 10, 15 hours in. I don't remember exactly how many hours I put in. So I don't think it'd be like replaying. But would I check it out? Sure, yeah, I'll check it out. But it was great, man. I really enjoyed the Mario Bros. Like the some of the early cartoon shows back then. I thought it was fun. I actually like the live action Super Mario from the 90s. Shout outs to Johnny. That movie sucks. But yeah, I mean maybe I can see how some people might like it. But yeah, not me. Not me. I definitely did not like that movie. And most of my friends, we didn't like the movie either, but I mean it was there. Simpler times. Remember Kirby Right Back at You? I do remember it, but I never watched it on TV or anything. I know that show. I've seen clips of it and stuff, but I never watched it like that. We had the same weekend mornings. Yeah, it was fun, Cyber Taurus. Good times, good times. It was much simpler back then. The world was not as complex, you know. The world's so much more complex. There's so many better things. Like, there's so many good things and bad things about today. Like, I do miss some of the stuff from the back of the day. I do miss it, but there's a lot of better things in terms of today's day. So yeah, Sonic Show was way better. I don't think the Sonic Show is way better than the Mario Show. No, I don't think so. But I mean, if you want to think so, that's fine too. It's crazy. I actually never watched the Kirby Show. Never watched. I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's okay. It's not that great. From what I've seen, it's not that great. It's okay, but it's not like anything. Oh my god, this is the craziest thing ever. You know. Shout outs to everybody with the dropping the donos though, man. We went even further beyond. I appreciate you guys supporting the stream. Hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. If you're enjoying the content, I think we also going to check out a Hogwarts Legacy video as well. I think we got Hogwarts Legacy to go over and talk about as well. So yeah, we got to talk about that. So. Oh, that's crazy. They just put a verdict out for the Mendez brothers. The Mendez brothers got 50 years. They got resentenced to 50 years to life in prison. Eligible for parole. Oh, okay. They're eligible for parole. Eligible for parole. When, though? Those guys should probably be locked. I mean, they should probably be locked up for the rest of their life. I don't know if they should be eligible for parole. I mean, I wasn't in the house. We don't know the full story. But, like, yeah. That's, like, I don't know, man. You don't kill your parents. Anyway. That was, for those who were younger, this was the sensational thing. And if you're younger and you don't know who the Mendez brothers are, check out the documentary on Netflix. You can watch this. There's like an actual like acted show, but that one, it's okay. But I suggest checking out the actual documentary. This thing was crazy. Absolutely nuts, man. But this took over the whole world in the early 90s. It was like the Diddy trial times 10. It was way worse. It was way worse because you're dealing with two really, really rich kids that killed their parents that were super successful and literally got away with it. And the only reason why they didn't get away with it because one of the other brothers decided to confide in his therapist what happened. But they would have actually gotten away with it. Like, they would have gotten away with it. Like, if it wasn't for one of the brothers confiding in their therapist. So, yeah. Anyway, the only thing I remember about the Kirby Show is that King Dedede having a southern accent or southern accent. Yeah. Chadley's combat missions. Hey, congrats to the Chadley boys out there. Yeah, I watched the Mega Man show. I watched that. I thought it was okay. It was okay. I never even watched the Beautiful. Was there a Beautiful? I never even watched the Beautiful Joe show. Was there one? Or you said a Beautiful Joe show would go crazy? And they went crazy shopping spree. Yeah, they went on a crazy. That was nuts, man. That was nuts. I remember looking at it when I was younger back in the day. I remember looking at it in horror, thinking, why would you, like, no way, man. You know, like, your mom and dad? That's just, no way. No, there was a Beautiful Joe show. There was a Beautiful Joe show? Oh, okay. I never watched that either. On WB, I never watched the Beautiful Joe show. Maybe I need to check that out. Maybe I need to check it out. Bit late on the stream, but yeah, I remember Yage. Yage was the most critical on Chris Pratt as Mario. Then he got a taste of the same dose of his medicine, and many criticizes his Kiryu voice, which I found to be insane. That him as a voice actor would criticize another voice actor doing their job. You know? which was, and he blocked people that would complain about it too. So, just like I said, I'm not a Yang fan, but just goes to show you he's a massive hypocrite with certain things. So, but anyway, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I did see people talking about that, in terms of things. So yeah. So I think we got this Hogwarts Legacy comparison to go over. I think Warner Bros. Yeah, we got it's only a minute long, so it's not that long. So we got a Hogwarts Legacy comparison video that we can check out. Between that case and OJ's case, okay, OJ's case was even worse. That was the craziest case that I've ever seen, was OJ Simpson. That was nuts. That was the craziest case ever. All right, let's see here.
Take it.
Wait, hold up. Oh man, you can go up to 4K? I don't got 4K on this. That Switch version's crusty as Switch 1 version crusty as hell, bro. Hey. The blur filter off. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the seamless. Oh my goodness. Y'all see that right there? Damn, I forgot. Actually, no, I didn't forget about that. But to see it in practice, you can just go into it. Where there, you gotta hit Y and go into a loading screen. It doesn't take that long to load, but still. Oh man, bro. Yeah, this is a big change, bro. This is a big change. I might actually want to check it out on Switch. Like, this is the type of game that, like, Hogwarts Legacy is not a game that I'm gonna sit down and play on my TV and be like, wow, I'm a Hogsworth, oh, Harry Potter, oh. Like, I'm not gonna be sit. That's a game that I probably just check out casually, like playing playing portable. So I might check it out now on the Switch too. It looks significantly better. Switch One I didn't want to play. It just looked way too crusty on, so I didn't get it on Switch One. I was like, people were, oh, you gonna play Hogwarts Legacy on Switch? I was like, no, I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. No, I'm good. Or we're just posting about customization for Joy-Cons on Switch 2. I think we covered that, right? Wasn't that already a story that we covered? I think I already covered the Joy-Con customization. So let's see if he said anything new about that. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Nintendo SF Store will allow customized colors for Switch. Oh, Switch OLED, not the Switch 2. So Switch OLED Joy-Cons wrist straps. But you can use Switch 1 controllers, Switch 1 Joy-Cons for Switch 2. So they will allow for customization of it. Okay, I see what you... So, Switch OLED. Is it just the Switch OLED, or is it... I don't know why. Yeah. I thought it was Switch 2, but it's Switch OLED. Okay, that's cool. That's definitely a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So if you go to Nintendo San Francisco, it says customize your Switch colors. Man, they allow you to do complete customization. That's cool. I'm definitely gonna have to take a trip to San Francisco for the. Actually, I'm gonna be there.
The San Francisco Nintendo Store lets you customize your very own Switch OLED. Pick the dock you want, white or black, then the Joy-Con and wrist straps. You can go with literally any color combination you want. And the best part, it'll be ready that same day. The cashier will grab all the right pieces and bam, all for the same price as a normal Switch OLED. Would you want one?
Oh, okay.
The San Francisco Nintendo.
But you gotta actually buy the whole Switch OLED. You gotta. They just don't do it individually by itself. That seems lit though, man. That's pretty cool. That's some good stuff, man. That's some good stuff for real. If you're gonna get a Switch 1. See, look, they still plan on supporting Switch 1, man. They're gonna be selling them Switch 1s in those stores. They're like, hey, look, man, we don't know if people are gonna be drop the price, people are gonna be that angry. They're gonna be selling those Switch 1s. But it's all good. Hit that like button though, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming right now at this point. I would buy D-brand skin, but that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Some people rather have the actual color instead of like putting on a skin on their controller. Me personally, I don't like putting on skins on my controller. I don't like putting on skins or attachments and things. The only thing that I like is like putting it into like a grip to play. That's about the only thing. But I don't like putting on different like stickers or attachments or stuff like that on mine. So yeah, some people like it, some people don't. Maybe they'll do that for Switch 2 in the future. Yeah, I think that's probably the plan. We'll probably be able to do that in the future. But yeah, like I'm gonna be in San Francisco for the launch of the Switch 2. I'm probably gonna be there, so maybe I can go. Maybe I can have my brother take me to the San Francisco store. Maybe we can go to it beforehand. So yeah. The Power A GameCube controllers should work with Switch 2, but I'm not 100% sure on third-party controllers yet. But it should. How was the party on Saturday? Oh my gosh. Let me tell you guys about the party that I went to on Saturday. It wasn't crazy as in what happened. It was just refreshing to talk to non-hardcore, terminally online gamers like we are. Oh my goodness. My friend A-Train, he's a casual gamer. The other people that came to the party, they're casual gamers.
What color Joy-Cons are on your Switch now? Mine is orange and white. It feels like a Tennessee Vols Switch.
Nice. Mine are just the gray Joy-Cons, just the gray ones. Because I would have usually the white Joy-Cons, but then my son, he hyper-fanged my white Joy-Cons. So I'm using my gray extra Joy-Cons that I have that Nintendo sent me a couple years ago. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for another $3, man. You have been absolutely dominating this stream. Cyber Taurus as well. Thank you guys. And everybody that's dropped donos, everyone that's dropped support and just watching. Thank you guys so much. You guys have made this stream incredible. But Justin and to Projo at the party, it was so refreshing just talking to normal gamers. Because one of the guys that was my friend A-Train, it was his girlfriend's cousins. His girlfriend's cousins. And they were, you know, young guys in their 20s. And they were just talking about how they play Rocket League or play Call of Duty, and there was no well, I'm gonna cry about this. Like, it was just how normal people, and not that we're not normal here, obviously we're core gamers, so there's more to talk about, right? But it was just kind of refreshing to not hear them whine and complain about every single type of thing. Like when you're online, if you even mention that you like something, somebody is just gonna rush in to tell you how they don't like that, or how it's this or that. So it was actually cool just to talk to normal people. My friend A-Train, he's just a normal gamer. He has a PS5, he has a Switch. He was telling me about Oblivion, and he didn't mention Digital Foundry. He didn't mention the frame rate, right? Then if you mention Oblivion Remastered, well, it's not stable. Digital Foundry, like, there's, you know, somebody's always gonna say something, right? So it was cool just hearing him say, oh, I'm having a lot of fun playing Oblivion Remastered. And I had to tell myself, don't say a damn thing, OJ. Don't you dare mention Digital Foundry, frame rate, frame pacing. Don't you dare. You know what I said to him? Oh, yeah, that game's good, man. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. Which I have been hearing a lot of good things about it. But don't go into Spawncast mode, you know? So it was refreshing to just hear, and like literally, they didn't complain about a single thing. One of the guys that I talked to, apparently he fought against, or he was playing against Nadeshot. For those who don't know, Nadeshot's a world famous Call of Duty and streamer. And he, you know, beat Nadeshot, and he showed me the video of him, you know, Nadeshot getting so angry, talking trash to him, and he was playing the Call. So he, you know, and it was cool. It was cool just to hear them talk about the games. And they ask me what I like. I'm like, oh, well, you know, I like RPGs. I like, you know, like Final Fantasy, I like that. And they're like, oh, yeah. They're like, yeah, I used to play some of that. You know, I don't play as much anymore, but I used to play, you know, back then I played. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. And I'm like, yeah, I like, you know, Mario, Zelda, stuff like that. They're like, oh, yeah. Like, they're like, I played Mario Kart or whatever. And that was it. And my friend H is like, oh, yeah, you know, Switch 2's coming out. You're excited for that? I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. He's like, yeah, that's cool, man. He's like, I'll have to play. And that was it. That was it. That was it. That was the conversation. That was it, guys. It wasn't, oh, game key cards. Oh, $80, everything's $80. Oh, it wasn't like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's what it's like. That's what it's like to be around. It's like, you know, I don't go out. I don't be talking to normal gamers a lot. Even if I go talk to some people, it's gonna be like at GameStop, or if I'm going like they're like gamers, but for just like casual gamers, right? People that don't like. It was great, man. It was refreshing. You know.
I love talking to my friends I see every now and then. One of them talked about Pokemon Scarlet and how much fun they're having. No crazy FPS or resolution talk.
Which, once again,
Wow.
I want to make sure there is a time and place for that. So I'm not trying to say that people like, oh my God, like I don't. Obviously, we have in-depth talks here. We talk about the issues, discussion, like, because that stuff's fun. Like, I like talking about it. But I just said, like, for me, it had been a while since I've actually spoke with people that were like that long. Like, I speak with my friend A-Train. We talk about games like every now and then. Like, he's not hardcore into it, but he's into games. And like, we just surface level stuff, you know? So there's definitely a time and place, and my whole stream, like, that's what we do here. And I'm not trying to get, I would never trade that in. Like, having the in-depth discussion, it's just like people have in-depth discussion on sports, right? It's just like sports, or just like anything else, like, or like movies, just like any of that type of stuff. Like, I love the in-depth discussion of video games. But like I said, with the amount of misinformation, with the amount of crazy people when it comes to lots of things, it was kind of refreshing just to be able to talk about what they liked and not mention anything else like that. And just like, oh yeah, they just tell me what they like, and that was that. You know, do I feel the exact same thing when I talk to my coworkers about gaming? Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Was there anyone that tried to downplay Switch 2 in the party? I mean, no, most of them didn't even know really what it was too much. You know, they just said, oh yeah, they had briefly heard about it. But I mean, you know, these are the type of people, like, if they get Switch 2, it's going to be like down the line. It's going to be like when something like crazy comes, like, oh my God, I just saw like the next Zelda, or oh, I saw like, oh, like a portable Call of Duty, right? Like, I think that one guy, if he can play Call of Duty anywhere, I think he might buy it for that, because he's a big Call of Duty guy and he's a big Rocket League guy. So if they make like an update for Rocket League and they make like an update for Call of Duty, I think he'll probably buy a Switch 2 if it looks good, right? So stuff like that. But these are the type of people that, like, it'll be like down the line that they buy it, not right away, you know, or not like looking at all the different news and all that. Like, I didn't even give them my channel or anything, because like there was no point, because like there's no point, because they don't care, which that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Says, dude, I have friends IRL that talk and play casual games and stuff. No BS, frame rate BS. Yeah, exactly. And they talked about GTA 6. They're like, oh man, GTA 6, that looks crazy, huh? I was like, yeah, it looks pretty good. They're like, yeah. And that was that. That was that, you know? So I can imagine these PC weirdos interact with others IRL. They'd be treated with the same weirdo with most of the part. Yeah, maybe. My sister's just kind of a tech geek, but she wants to buy Switch 2. I think her Switch 2 is expensive. I think the Switch 2, she said the Switch 2 is responded with only in America. Oh, okay. Did you tell that COD guy that you bought Nicki Minaj skin for Warzone? I did it. No, I didn't go with the Nicki Minaj skin. I didn't go with that. But no, I met a lot of cool people. My friend A-Train, you know, he's got like his last girlfriend kind of did him dirty. That he was with for a long time. So he's got like a new girlfriend, and I met her, and she was awesome. And like, that was her cousins, and they were super nice, and her family. And I met her aunt, and I saw my friend H, and I saw his dad, and I saw his mom. And man, dude, it was just great. Because like I said, I've known these people I've known A-Train. He's been my friend since 2000. So it's been like, we've been friends for like 25 years. So we've been friends for a long time. We've been friends for a hot minute. So it was cool to see like his family and all that. His dad was still going strong, man. 80 something years old, was still going strong. So it was good. Let's see here. My oldest, so yeah. When Gwen Gwen 10 Pokemon releases? Oh, Gen 10. My time to get a Switch 2. Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Yeah, I
Just
talked
with the
to them
3.
about Switch 2 and Mario Kart. They said, wow, it's a higher price, then said, I guess I'll just save up an extra $20.
Yeah,
Lol.
that's pretty much it. Just get the extra 20. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My brother said, well, this is how my brother did it. My brother said, well, it's going to be a 10-year investment for me. This man made it like stocks and stuff, like he was at work. So shout outs to Justin, man. Appreciate once again, dude. Huge donos tonight, multiple donos. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. We are out here tonight. Let's go. So yeah, shout outs. Also, we still have more content to go over today, right? I think there's some more stuff that we can go over. AAA third-party support on Switch 2. We're starting to see like these creator voices kind of come out, right? Borderlands, we saw that, but then there's also going to be another one. I think we have Hyrule Warriors. I think there's one more left. When it comes down to that, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. But like to see the difference, like the main difference here, and it was so funny because I got into a conversation with like some hardcore PC guys and stuff like that, and like the discussion was, oh well, Nintendo always has third party. They always say good things about Nintendo and third party support at the beginning. Then it ends up becoming nothing. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. They said the same thing would happen with Switch 1, with Switch 2. With Switch 1, there were not a bunch of developers coming out and saying, oh my god, this system's great. I covered the Switch 1. Dude, there were no major AAA games at launch. All we had was, EA come out and say, you got a crappy version of FIFA. And then you had Todd Howard come out and say, hey, you guys get Skyrim. They did not say anything about, and they said, oh, you can play portable, you can play Skyrim. That was all it was about. It was not about the power. It was not about any of that. And like, we barely had any. And once again, we had a separate version of FIFA, and we had a port of Skyrim, a game that was already, 6 years old at that point. So we did not have developers coming out and, talking about the Switch. Like, they couldn't even do the creator voices. Like, if Switch 1 couldn't even do them because we did not have enough big third-party games that were announced to even do the creator voices thing. I mean, you could have done it with maybe Dragon Quest Heroes. That game didn't even come over to the West. What game could you have done it with? Like, I'm really trying to think, what game could you have done it with? AAA big games, like maybe Skyrim, okay. And then what? There's not really anything else that you could have done it with. We didn't know about any other game. Even if you look at Nintendo's reveal trailer, right? Like for the first trailer, what did they show? They showed NBA 2K. They showed Mario Kart. They showed Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They showed Splatoon. They showed a new Mario game, Mario Odyssey. Did they say Skyrim? Yeah. I mean, yeah, they didn't show much. Whereas the first, and like even with the 2017 January presentation, what did they show in terms of big third party? Like they showed a teaser trailer for Shin Megami Tensei that wasn't anywhere near ready. They showed what else? They had Suda come out for Travis Strikes Back or Travis Strikes Again, and then there was No More Heroes 3 later, but that's not the game that he was talking about. He was talking about the smaller game. Who else did they have on stage? Like that was, bro, they had the EA guy. Yeah, talk about FIFA. They didn't even show the game. It wasn't even the Frostbite version of FIFA. Skyrim, and that's it. So there wasn't really anybody to even do the creator voice videos. There was nothing. They had FF7 creator voice also. Yeah, they've had so far for a creator voice, they've had Split Fiction, they've had Cyberpunk 2077, they've had obviously they had Final Fantasy 7, and then now they had Borderlands 4, and I think they have Hyrule Warriors. I think Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I don't know if they're gonna or am I missing some other one? But anyway, yeah. Did they do one for Hogwarts Legacy? Okay, they did one for Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. Hogwarts Legacy as well. I need to watch that one. Most of the games that they do this creator thing for, I don't know. I think they curated and picked the games specifically. Name of the game post coming out on Switch 2. You played it. Astro Change. You made a video about it. Man, Astro Change. It plays like Astro Bot. What, a platformer? What game is that? I missed out on the game controller, but hopefully in the meantime I can use the wired controllers. I think you might be able to. We'll see. I don't care about the Switch 2 spines. People love to fit their yeah. The funniest thing is, like, I did a debate with these guys, right, on Twitter, and they were like, "Oh, that was the same thing as Switch 1. These games getting announced, like Cyberpunk and all. It was the same thing." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "At launch?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What's the launch? What was the launch lineup for the Switch 1?" Crickets. I was like, they're like, "What were the?" I was like, "What were the big third-party games for Switch 1?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll tell you the reason why you don't know, because there wasn't any." What are you talking about? It's not the same as Split Fiction and freaking Hitman and all the different titles that they showed off. You know what I'm saying? Cyberpunk and stuff like that. What do you talk about? Street Fighter? Like, they didn't have even 2 or 3-year-old games. That's like, there was no a bunch of PS3 and 360 games, older games or whatever, right? Or PS4 and Xbox One games at the launch of the Switch 2. There was definitely not. So it was weird. Yeah, that's what I'm not console warring. I'm just simply giving the facts. That's not a console war if I tell you this is what happened. This is what happened before. This is what's happening. So I wasn't console warring. I was simply telling them the truth. Just boggles my mind that some complaints with the Switch 1, like many YouTubers are bringing up a Switch 2, never learned their mistake. Yeah, I've seen some people say it's like the same thing, and I'm like, based off, like, what's the same thing? Like, what are you talking about? Remember when people doubt Skyrim was going to run on Switch 1 before launch? I do remember that. And if they said, oh yeah, well, it might run, but it's the 360 version. That's what everyone was saying. And I'm like, well, no, it's not the 360 version, because you can tell that it's the PS4 and Xbox One version because of what they've shown so far. Like the updated graphics and all that, like the foliage and like the trees and like the grass. You can tell that it wasn't the 360 version. No, you're just the fanboy. You're just I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Just these people. You'll never... I have people in my own chat, once again, arguing with me all day. And I'm like, all right, you know, that's why we have the what's it called, tax now. We have the debate tax now. You want to debate on, you got and you know what's so funny? When it was confirmed that it was the PS4, Xbox One, it was a PS4 port essentially of Skyrim to Switch 1, I never saw those people again. Or they changed their name. Or they used a different account. Never saw them again. We argued back and forth on that, and they were adamant. They were just calling me, like, never saw them again. Funny, huh? Crazy, huh? Can't just take an L. Nah, I wasn't able to get the GameCube controller, but I didn't really try, to be honest. Interesting to see developers making games directly on Switch 2 rather than getting porting studio. I mean, yeah, it looks like they're actually making the games on the Switch 2. Like, it doesn't seem like they're getting porting studios. So it looks like they're the ones that are doing it, which is very interesting, right? At least I think. So that what does that tell you? That tells you that they've more now slided it into actually be a part of the development, you know? So that's definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Move the goalpost. Yeah, a lot of frauds. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly pro Joe. I agree. I'm not really in a big rush to pick up the game controller. But I do like Halo 2. I have this copy of Halo 2. Mint copy of Halo 2. Looks really nice. You know. So I do have this copy of Halo 2. Pretty much still has the what's it called? The seal on there. Very nice copy, mint copy of Halo 2 that I still have. It looks invisible, right? Looks invisible because of the green screen. So you can just see right through me. See right behind me. That's kind of cool though. Like, you can just turn it into like a whole green screen. You can just make yourself invisible. That's awesome. Oh man, but I do have a copy of Halo 2. Do have a copy of Halo 2 here. You know, gotta make sure our copies of Halo 2 look great. Who knows if the GameCube controller will come back? It probably will. All the other controllers have came back, so I don't know why the GameCube controller wouldn't. Like, remember that risky dude? He said on Twitter, Switch 1 will never outsell PS4, and then after Switch 1 outsell PS4, he moved the goalpost and said PS4 still has more software. Yeah, that guy's an idiot, though, so... yeah, you're not console warned if you tell them correct facts. It's very annoying if you say anything positive on a console, especially Nintendo call you fanboy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's ad hominem. It's not it's a fallacy. It's not an actual real legitimate argument. But once again, you're talking to people that are really dumb and don't understand it. Remember, logic is not a required course in grade school or in any. It's not. I don't think it's even required in college. So you have to remember that a lot of people don't know. Don't know logical arguments and don't know fallacies. Like, fallacies are so common. Content creators do fallacies, and content creators have illogical arguments literally like they make videos. Like, it is common. It is incredibly common for hypocrisy, illogical arguments, and fallacies to run amok with content creators. Like, it's very, 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 and the people that watch those creators, it's very common, yeah, it's gotten to the point, since they don't understand it, they'll if you point these things out, they'll get very upset at you because, once again, they think that like you're trying to trick them or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's just kind of how it is, man. That's just kind of how it's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. That was a good comparison, though, for Hogwarts Legacy. Hey, Party Man, check this out. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Update 3.04 is out now. Oh, man. Let's go. Oh, let's go, man. Advocating for logic being high school requirement. Yeah, logic should be high school. It really should be. See, I can't wait for Elden Ring Switch 2. I didn't play the game. It was released. Decided just to wait. You know what? I played it on PS5. I didn't think it'd get a Switch 2 release. But at the time that it came out 3 years before the Switch 2 was even officially like well, since when we can play it at least, right? If a game doesn't have online play but local play, can I share it with my brother and play it with him even though we are in different houses? Yeah, you should. If the game supports online game share, yeah, on Switch 2. The whole console war thing is pretty dumb anyway. I want all these companies to succeed. We can have more great games to play. Really annoying. It really is. And it's even more annoying that you get called out for, people say certain things, and I support all the different consoles. I don't sit there and try to bash and say, oh my god, all these systems suck 24/7. If it's not for me, then it's not for me. But yeah, that's the sad part about it, is that some of these people, they go after the wrong people, So yeah. 11 years of Mario Kart 8 will do that to you. 11 years, baby. 11 years. I didn't plan to get the GameCube controller immediately. I just happened to click the link and got one immediately. Nice. Let's go. I have a lot of patience for third-party games. I play their best versions a few years after release. I think that's probably the best thing to do, to be honest. Like, I have a ton of patience for third-party games as well. Like, I don't rush out and buy every third-party game at launch or anything like that. I actually wait myself, too. Unless it's a game that I really want to play, like Expedition 33. Then I'll play it. Then I'll buy it. So yeah. Absolutely. Next Monster Hunter on Switch though. Ooh, yeah, Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter on Switch 2 is gonna be awesome. Does the update make Mario Kart World come out faster? Technically, yes, because time will go by as you download the update. So by the time you start downloading the update, then when you finish downloading it, it will be sooner that Mario Kart World comes out. So yes, it does. It absolutely does. I really wanted Cyberpunk, so I justified the purchase, especially 64GB card. Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that as well. I used to do that with Final Fantasy for a while. I'd always get the last one. People are on the next one. I always pay a budget price for it. That's a good strategy. But I don't have the time to sit there and play all the different games, you know? So for me, it makes sense because I don't have the time to do all that. So yeah. New Star Fox would be nice. I agree, House Gang. A new Star Fox would be really good. Star Fox on Switch 2 would work perfectly well. You got HD Rumble 2. You've got obviously the clarity of the graphics. I think the thing here's how this is a good one. I like that you brought this up, House Gang. See, I don't pick on you all the time. You have good ideas sometimes. Star Fox is perfect for Switch 2. Star Fox is perfect for Switch 2. Let me tell you guys the reason. Star Fox is absolutely perfect for Switch 2. And the reason why Star Fox is completely perfect for Switch 2. Not a port, not a remaster, not a retelling or redoing. So let me explain and let me break down the reason why Star Fox is perfect for Switch 2. Star Fox is perfect for Switch 2 because what was the major reason that Star Fox in the first place even gained so much traction? A lot of you guys maybe weren't alive or you don't remember, but Star Fox was built, believe it or not, on saying, hey, this game graphically looks incredible. This game graphically looks better than so many other games. We're doing the 3D. They had the chip on there, the FX chip, right? The FX chip that really pushed the system beyond what it could even do. So when I first played Star Fox back in the day, in the early 90s, I remember going to school, and I think I rented it, and my other friends had not got the game yet. Although it did really well at launch. Like, the game sold really well, but nobody that was in my little friend group had the game. And I remember going to school and telling my friends, you guys have to check out this game. It's called Star Fox. Did you guys see it in Nintendo Power? Some of them were like, oh yeah, I saw it, but I didn't really know what was going on. And I said, dude, you guys have to play it. You know, if you guys can come over to my house, we can play the game. It's like blocks, but it like looks real. Like, I was trying to explain it to them because I didn't know 3D graphics and all of that, right? But I was trying to explain it to them. I remember finally some of my friends, like after a while, they were able to come by, you know, because like, we didn't live in the same neighborhood, but they were able to come by, and they were playing the game with me, and we were all just kind of like taking turns, because we kind of sucked, but we played it anyway, and we were blown away by how it looked graphically, right? And that's what was the appeal. The game wasn't very long, the game wasn't super difficult, there wasn't really a ton to the original Star Fox, but that was the claim to fame for Star Fox originally, was just how crazy the game was. And yes, it had good gameplay and stuff like that, but that's not what the original Star Fox is known for. If you go back and play the original Star Fox, I mean, yes, it's, I guess, okay for its time. It's a new concept in terms of things for consoles, at least. We had Gradius, however you call it. We had like the 2D space type of shooters, but we never had anything that looked quite like this on the Super Nintendo. So you skip, you know, you skip years, and then you get to the N64. And Star Fox 64 once again broke the mold. Star Fox 64 once again was like, wow, look at this game. It looked way better than anything that I saw on PlayStation or that I saw on other systems just from just an eye test. It was built on, oh my gosh, this game graphically looks incredible. But the difference was that they vastly improved the features, the content, the controls, the gameplay, everything was vastly improved. They had the tech, they had the hardware, they had everything that they needed. Star Fox 64 was incredible. And you take that rumble pack, you jam the rumble pack in, that was like the missing piece. And it really felt like you were in a space type of airplane shooter. It was incredible. I remember playing that game with my friends all the time. We played 4 players. You know, we would play the multiplayer 4-player battles, and we thought there wasn't really any or many other games that looked better or as good or better than this. It was at the time, I think 1997, 98, whatever, whenever I got the game, we were just blown away by how incredible the game looked. Like, it just looked just so good overall. So this is where we run into some problems, right? You get to the GameCube, and yeah, don't get me wrong, like, it looked great. Star Fox Assault, it looked great on the GameCube. You get into that, but it wasn't clearly like heads and shoulders like, oh my gosh, this looks so much better than maybe like other space shooters or anything. They went with a little bit more stylistic choice, which is fine too. That's completely fine that they went with that choice for Star Fox. We did get Star Fox, the adventure. That was different, right? But I'm talking about Star Fox Assault. And it became necessarily not like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever, like gameplay and everything wise. Star Fox Assault gameplay is fantastic. It's still a good game. There's just some areas or some parts that's just kind of like, not so sure about that. But it's still really good. But it didn't have the mystique graphically. It didn't have the mystique in terms of the gameplay that the original and the N64 game had. Now, there was a bunch of other things that happened with Star Fox, as my boy is upset. He wants to play Star Fox, if you hear him in the background. But there was a bunch of other things that happened since then. They had the DS games, and they had the, ports. They had other stuff. They obviously never really had any sales success like they had on the N64. The N64 Star Fox was a huge seller. I think 4 or 5 million units. The original Star Fox, huge seller. Multiple millions. That game sold well. Both of them. Star Fox on the Super Nintendo and Star Fox on the 64. And then things just started to go downhill from there, right? GameCube, the DS game, like nobody bought it. It's like people didn't buy Star Fox to look at it look like that. It looked worse than like, or as bad, or it looked the same as like the 64 game. I think even Star Fox on the 64, or more like the port of Star Fox to the 3DS obviously looked better, right? We had Star Fox on the DS, but it wasn't like they were pushing things with Star Fox. And I think that was the problem, maybe. Like, I'm not trying to say graphics were everything, but that might have been the problem where people weren't latching on, is that it was built off of that. Now we fast forward all the way. We haven't had a new Star Fox game. We had one on the Wii U, but once again, they didn't go for the graphical fidelity that the Wii U could provide. They went for like the gamepad and doing stuff like that, which took away from it. It did not push what the Wii U could truly do, which I think that was a mistake. If they were going to make a Star Fox game, it shouldn't be so tied to the Wii U gamepad and doing that. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty cool once you get the hang of it, and there's some great stuff. But what they should have done with the Wii U was max out how the game looked, and of course get the 60 frames if you can, but max out how the game looks, and then add like, oh, you can quick swap your menus and different guns, or whatever, like how many enemies are still on screen, or like there's like a radar, or like whatever. They should have done stuff like that, right? Or maybe you had like a shot, like a single shot that you have, like a super powerful shot that you can line up and shoot with the gamepad. But they shouldn't make it like the full focus, which took away from potentially what they can do with the game's looks. And once again, I'm not trying to sit there and say that graphics are everything. They're not. You guys know how I am with that. But the foundation was built on that. That's what Star Fox was built on. It was built on the game just looking insane. And things kind of went down a bit when it wasn't like that anymore. And like the gameplay being the utmost focus when it comes down to it, which Star Fox games usually are, but it wasn't quite the, like I said, the mystique and the praise that we saw with the original Star Fox back in the early 90s and Star Fox in the late 90s. So I think with the Nintendo Switch 2, with Nintendo making their biggest jump that they've made in a while when it comes down to it, and the fact that this system actually is built upon just having much more raw horsepower and processing to make certain games, I think this is the perfect opportunity to bring back Star Fox and bring it my son was out there, and bring back Star Fox in the right way. Bring back Star Fox in the complete right way. You have the mouse controls. You have everything that you need. You have the portable mode. You have the HD Rumble, right? Remember Rumble Pack? That was big with Star Fox back in the day, having the fact that there was a Rumble Pack. Now you have HD Rumble. You have the haptics built into there. You can build in different types of unique, different beam shots to the HD Rumble too. You could make it feel incredible to play this game. This is the perfect system to where it would actually sell. Focus on the look of the game. Make Fox and crew look cooler than ever with their designs, and really take your time. Kind of like how Donkey Kong Bonanza, look at how great that looks. The return of DK looks so much better than how he looked on the N64 with the, Donkey Kong 64, right? And look at just how expressions and like everything that he does in that game. Take that same energy, that same passion, and that style, not the same exact style in terms of like the art style, but take that same passion in recreating that and put that to Star Fox at this point. And I guarantee you, it will be a good seller. It will be a great seller. Make it a, straight up space adventure shooter. You're going to have free roam parts where you can move around and you can shoot and roam. You're going to have parts where it is going to be like the on rails parts, Do that and make it a hybrid and make it to where like you can customize your ship better, you know, with different types of paint jobs and weapons and stuff like that. You do that, make like a 10-15 hour experience. I'm telling you that, and with replay value too, with a bunch of replay value like Star Fox games, multiple routes, things like that, harder difficulties, different limiters, stuff like that, man. I'm telling you, this game would be incredible and it would do incredibly well. I still feel that Star Fox is going to happen, and I think that might be the focus of it. Online too could be a big part. Online dogfights, cooperative play, game share, game chat. Imagine Star Fox with game chat. Imagine being able to link up 4 players online and go through certain missions, right? Where you have multiple different waves of enemies or certain little scenarios that you can do multiplayer. That would be incredible for Star Fox. And I can see something like that happening. It's just a matter of who's going to develop it and what's going to happen. Like, I don't know if there's any Star Fox game that's in development right now at this point. I'm not sure if there is. I don't think that there is. But I think that Retro Studios, after Metroid Prime 4, I think they would be a perfect candidate for a Star Fox game. I think that they would be a perfect candidate for that, and I think that that would work really well with what Retro Studios is good at. And look, they got done with, you know, what's going on with Metroid Prime 4, right? Metroid Prime 4, you know, that game is not, obviously not a Star Fox game, but there's the shooting, there's the mouse controls. Once again, they probably have dope HD Rumble in there and all that. So I think that it would be a nice and seamless transition to go from Metroid, which, once again, that's not Retro Studios, you know, franchise that they worked on originally, or more like that's not their IP that they created, you know, with Nintendo. It was an IP that was already established, and they took it and put it to a new generation. They put it in 3D, and they did, you know, first person. They did all that. I'm not saying to completely change it like they did there with Star Fox, but they have experience kind of rebooting and bringing back a classic IP that's, you know, looking to do something a little bit different, or looking to do something a little bit new with a much more powerful system. Because remember what happened with Metroid. Metroid skipped the N64. Nintendo could not think of what to do. They had no good ideas for Metroid for the Nintendo 64, so they had to just skip it. So they probably couldn't fit like the graphics and everything. They probably couldn't fit it on those damn cartridges. That was probably the real thing. They couldn't fit it on those cartridges overall. But I think that there's actually some information out there, so don't quote me on that. I'm making more of a joke. But they came back when it comes down to it. You know, they came back to the GameCube with it, and the GameCube was the perfect system. It was the absolute perfect system to bring Samus back into in that type of style, in terms of the horsepower, the speed, and everything. I see parallels with the GameCube when it comes down to that and what developers can do with the Nintendo Switch 2. The large amount, obviously way bigger RAM over what they had. They have way more space to do different things, so much more liberating compared to the previous system. The N64 had a lot of limitations. The Nintendo Switch 1 had a lot of limitations. The Nintendo Switch 2 has way more capabilities, way more memory bandwidth, way more everything, CPU, GPU, everything so much better. So I think that this could be the next coming of that for Retro Studios. So I think that would probably be perfect. I think it would work well. I think fans would really enjoy it. I mean, there's not really much that I can say that if they did it the way that I'm saying that they would do it, and if it was Retro Studios, that this wouldn't be a hit. Once again, focusing on the style, focusing on the graphics, focusing on making tight controls and gameplay, and really intertwining the unique and great features of the Switch 2. Of course, looking great in portable mode, 60 frames per second. Same thing goes for dock mode as well. You do that, and I'm telling you, you have a grade A hit on your hands. You're going to have a grade A hit. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about Metroid and what they did there and the transition, and how I kind of adapted that to what Retro Studios could do? And also the system is just itself, just like the system itself when it comes to Switch 2 and being able to handle a Star Fox game and how it would be built and what they can do going from there. I think it would be pretty good. We skipped the generation with the Switch. There was nothing from Star Fox, so I think it's primed for a time and opportunity to come back, and this is the system in order to get it done. But we'll have to wait and see, like I always say, right, guys? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys for the next one. All right, so that will be into a video. I'll do some editing with that, and I might add some parts to it, but I'll probably make that into a video because I've been wanting to talk about this. So thank you, House Gang, for content. I appreciate it. Thank you for content, House Gang. I appreciate that. Because you just reminded me. All right, let's see here. I think Switch 2 is the same vein as SNES, GameCube, honestly. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think that the Star Fox can be a 15+ million seller. No, I don't think it'd be that high. I think it could be at its max or peak, I think it can probably be like a 5-6 million unit seller. At its floor, it's probably more of like a million unit seller on Switch 2. If it's good, if it's really good, you know, its floor, it's probably like 1 million or 2 million, but its peak is probably 6 million, 5 to 6 million. Let's see here. Let's see here. Good Lord, I thought the stream was ending. I'm going to end it a little bit, but I just wanted to record a video. So maybe I'll have that video up for you guys. Maybe I'll edit that video because like my wife has been getting really upset at me. Here's one thing that I've been getting in trouble with, guys. Let me tell you guys what I've been getting in trouble. I've been staying up really late to edit videos after my streams are done. And my wife gets upset because then I sleep till like 10 o'clock. So I think I need to figure out a way to optimize. Maybe a few nights out of the week I'm not up till 3 a.m. editing. So one way I can do that is actually get some of my content from here and then maybe add to it, maybe add a few other things into it. So people that maybe watch the stream, you can watch it again because I'll actually have, you know, some video playing and I'll maybe add some other parts to it as well. So yeah, so I got to start doing some of that too. I got to figure out ways to be creative here because, yeah, she's been a little upset at me the past couple weeks because, yeah, I've been going to sleep super late because I've been editing till, you know, 2, 3 a.m. So yeah. Pilot Wings thoughts? Yeah, I'm not a big Pilot Wings guy. Also, let's be honest, Retro deserves more of a break. Metroid, they do a great job, but I want to work on other games. Yeah, did you guys see that their leaked like music platformer that they had? It actually looked kind of interesting. That got canceled. So yeah. Star Fox making a big return on Switch 2 would be awesome. Yes, it would be. Live production, I was here to witness it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here to witness the live production. Player Essence. Let's go. But yeah, I actually got to do that more. So if there's good topics towards the end of a stream, I'll definitely start doing that more, where I pluck some of that and maybe I'll edit. I'll have a video to edit. Maybe it won't be tomorrow's video because there's actually some good news that I want to talk about. But maybe it'll be like a video for like a weekend or stuff like that, where I can kind of get out of like weasel out of editing for like a Saturday or a Sunday, you know? So I think that might be good too. Do a barrel roll. Yes, I need to hire an editor. Yes, I know I need to hire an editor. I know, but like the ad revenue situation right now, it'd be tough for me to hire an editor. So, so yeah, I'm hoping once Switch 2 actually comes out and things kind of pick up a bit more, then maybe we can hire an editor. Was you tell your wife that I'm a worker to cure the family? You tell her you're the boss? All right, no problem, Mr. Davis. The GameCube part of Switch 2 feels like Mario Kart, World, Prime Fort, and Kirby Air Riders. Yeah, like it feels very much like GameCube when it comes to like the jump. Like and like also what developers were saying too. A lot of developers went away from the GameCube, right? Although that's not the same thing. Or no, sorry, not GameCube. Went away from the N64. That's not the same thing as the Switch 1. Switch 1, a lot of developers were not there at launch, but then also ended up coming back. But I think that with Switch 2, you have the possibility if the system sells to get way more developers, like to actually get like their current games, you know. So, find that guy who spent 40K to ask about F-Zero, ask about Star Fox. Yeah, 40K just to ask like for the investor meeting. Yeah, that was crazy. That was nuts. Remember though, guys, if you haven't seen my most recent video, my video today is doing really good, so I appreciate you guys watching. It's doing pretty good, although I think it's gonna get passed up on my other video. But yeah, I had a video talking about some exciting Nintendo Switch 2 news. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do like another news video for tomorrow morning. Yeah, some good stuff overall. Let's see. The Starlink game with Star Fox is a good idea, but they weren't really creative with the gameplay. Yeah, I mean the gameplay was okay. There was some good stuff, but yeah, there was some pretty uncreative stuff. You know, what happened to Factor 5, who developed the Rogue Leader games? The team would do Star Fox justice. Yeah, they went out of business after they couldn't get funding for one of their projects, and they ended up going out of business. We are in the Switch 2 era, man. Switch 2 era. We are there, man. We are in the Switch 2 era. It's happening. It's looking good. I'm looking forward to it. I think that like it's going to be a blast. I mean, there's going to be a lot of nonsense, you know, associated with it, but I think at the end of the day, people are going to be very excited about the games, or people are very excited about the games, and people are going to, a lot of people are going to, like, there's going to be the I was wrong videos, you know. There's definitely going to be the I was wrong videos of people, content creators that end up, you know, playing it. So yeah, I think that's the thing. So let me ask you guys a question, like with, is there any chance, like some people say that you can get a physical, if you have the physical edition of Hogwarts Legacy, there is an upgrade, like you could upgrade the physical edition. So if you bought the Hogwarts Legacy on the cart for Switch 1, it's still, you still gotta download the rest of the data to play it. That's also a game key card. But could that be like a pseudo physical? Because you can just take the Switch 1 version physical and then somehow update it from there, or upgrade it for $10 from there. I don't even know how that works, so that's why I'm asking. I don't know if Justin's still here to answer that. Yeah, Factor 5 was super talented. Hey, what's up, Creosin Bomb? Welcome. Give me a ton of I was wrong videos. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course we gotta wait for Switch 2 for Pikmin 5. Pikmin 4 just came out. Pikmin 4 just came out 2 years ago. You expect Pikmin 5 to be on the Switch 1? Of course we gotta wait for Switch 2. Switch 2's coming out next month. It's if there's a new Pikmin game, it's gonna be on the next. It's gonna be on Switch 2, not Switch 1. So yeah, yeah. Game key cards were on Switch 1. All Nintendo did was give a name to them. Now, that's the big situation. Nintendo just gave a name to them, but game key cards were definitely on Switch 1. Like they were on Switch 1, where you need the internet in order to play the game. Like there was actually a number of them. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Roadhouse? You see friend video he made now? I'm talking Doctray81. Well, what video? I watch Doctray81's videos all the time. Let's see. What the heck is this song I've been hearing a lot in these streams? This is Katamari Damacy, Lonely Rolling Star. I like Katamari. Katamari is a game that I think I had a demo on the PS2 or what was, I forgot exactly when, but I think I remember playing the game and I was feeling really depressed that night, and this game just brightened my mood. So yeah, I like to have it in the rotation, but it's called Katamari Damacy. It's a game where it's a really weird game. But it's a game where you just roll things like buildings, people, animals, and you roll it into a ball and you keep going just to make your dad happy. Your dad's like a super like king prince of like space, and like you just roll a big ball. It's a really weird game. It's on Switch too. They made a Katamari Damacy reroll, so there's a remaster on Switch and it's good. It's not bad at all. It's good. So if you ever get a chance to play Katamari, check it out. It's a good game. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. It's a game that you would only play if you just randomly ran into it. It's not like a game that's like, oh my god, let's go out there and play the game. But yeah, it'll make you smile. It'll make you smile. The music's really good too. The music's really good. I'm out for the night. All right, take it easy, guys. Take it easy, the Great Wah. Hey, what's up, K Swift Rob? Welcome. How you doing today? I don't know if you can upgrade the physical version. Hogwarts Legacy depends on the download code it's sent to your account. Justin said that you can upgrade the physical version, so maybe you can't. So yeah, maybe you can't. We'll have to wait and see. Justin and Kane with the $3 don't know. Let's go. Let me replay that. Let's go.
If you have the physical version, make sure you've downloaded the latest patch, boot it up, and access the additional content section to pre-order it. Technically, you pre-ordered the new version, so it's not an upgrade pack.
Ah, I see that. So that's how you get it done. Okay, that's how you get it done. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. That's how you. I didn't know that's how you do it. Well, at least they're offering that, right? I mean, anything to where you could offer to cut people a little bit of a break here, considering some of the other prices for things. That's definitely a good thing. You definitely want that to happen, you know? So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so I think we've pretty much exhausted all of our topics here. What's up, Dalton? I'm having a good night, man. Just want to say I love your vids, man. Bring energy, everyone you make. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, we've pretty much exhausted our topics here. We're gonna call it a night ourselves as well. I want to say big love to all the Elite Ninjas. We went even further beyond. Sorry for the people that came late. But I will say this: if there's anything you do, watch the replay of this stream and watch the beginning when someone donates for and says that they sold their Steam Deck. You got to go back and watch it. I think it's a hilarious part of the stream. So yeah, so go back and watch that if you came late, because it's a funny part. And yeah, this video will be up for replay, so people, if you want to watch it, you can watch it again. So I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Like I said, thank you to Justin with the huge support tonight. Thank you so much. Cyber Taurus with the huge support tonight as well. Aries EMS with the 10 gifted, keeping our Elite Ninja count up. Thank you guys so much, man. Shout outs to all the Elite Ninjas here and all the people that were just watching and supporting the stream. All the different donos that came through, man. You guys were incredible like always, and your support helps keep these live streams going pretty much every day. We stream 5 days out of the week, you know. We do what, 10, what do? We do like eight videos a week plus 5 live streams pretty much every week. So you guys help keep this machine rolling. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate the viewers. Appreciate you guys supporting the stream so we can, like I said, get new equipment and get stuff whenever we need it. So yeah, it's great. It's great stuff, man. Thank you guys so much for your support. All right, love you guys so much. You guys are the best. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so I might stream. I might take Wednesday off just because we're gonna have a pretty big weekend this week. So I might take Wednesday off. I like to give myself a little break midweek, and then we come back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, super strong, you know. So I might stream. I just might say screw it, and I might stream anyway. So we'll see. We'll see what news breaks. But I might want to do 2 videos tomorrow. I might want to just do, you know, wake up, go to sleep on time today, wake up in the morning, actually get some good videos done and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see overall. But, all right, guys. Love y'all so much. You guys are the GOATs. You guys are the best. And we will see you for the next one. And check out my most recent video. If you have not seen my most recent video, check out my most recent video. Okay, the one on Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, I'll check that video out, Mr. Davis. If you have not seen my most recent video, yeah, I don't want to piss off my wife anymore. So I think I'm gonna see if I can get my editing. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm gonna get my editing done quickly and get to sleep by like 11 or before 12. But honestly, it wasn't always because of me editing. Like sometimes I was just up late playing Expedition 33, so she got pissed off at that. So yeah. So it's all good. He says, love Hogwarts Switch 2 version, 24 gigabytes, 80 gigabytes on PS5, gonna be a big downgrade. They actually showed off Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch 2. So check it out yourself and see if it's a big downgrade. See if it's a downgrade yourself, because they actually showed it off in a comparison with Switch 1. So I don't know how big of a downgrade it's gonna be, but from what they showed, it actually looks pretty good. So yeah. All right, guys, love y'all so much. You guys are the GOATs, and we'll see you guys for the next one. All right, peace out, homie.